Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go no man, no proof. I'm a lie about a more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and defended, I never ever. You never know what is a star like another city. The drivers like Florida, wish I could large. So many more, 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Hands up as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with viewing for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch, this one time for the text, this one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Hello, Leroy.
What's up?
How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. Still, hungry as hell.
I figured.
Thirsty as hell.
You not allowed to drink?
Dude, I'm like, here's what's annoying. It says, do not eat or drink. You know what? I'll do one better for you. Do not eat or drink. Right below it, it says yes of the things you can drink and no. So am I supposed to drink anything or not?
So what can you drink? Water?
I don't know.
Oh.
You can't get a hold of anybody.
Presumably, I would think that there would be a list that tells you what you can drink.
It is a list right below when it says do not eat or drink anything.
Probably means alcohol.
Then, dude, do you understand how exact you have to be with surgery and medications and stuff like that to get something written to you like that? It's annoying.
Voice sounds good for not drinking.
It's cracking. I'm parched. And then I'm going to get there and ask somebody to explain it. You should have called.
Interesting.
That's what you're going to say. Why didn't you call? Because you don't answer.
Fair point. Fair point.
You ever try getting a hold of a doctor?
Oh, yeah.
I answer my calls between 4 and 5 on Tuesday, and it could be Friday.
A lot of doctors have bookers now, like they're they're athletes.
Right. And then if you ask them the question, I have to get to the doctor. Again, Tuesday.
The old game of telephone.
I said, you know what? By next Tuesday, I'll be done.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Last night, little Monday Night Football double dip.
Yep.
Cardinals beat the Chargers. Dolphins, of course, playing the Cardinals this week. They win by a last-second field goal. Old Justin Fields, old piss whistle. Couldn't get in the end zone.
Justin Fields.
Justin Herbert. My bad.
I was getting ready to say.
A lot of yards, no tutties.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Marcos, you see that touchdown run by Kyler Murray, though?
Oh, my goodness. He looks like a road runner. Like every time he runs, I feel like the Benny Hill music should be playing.
It's really fun. All right, well, just word of the wise, Dolphins. He's fast. Watch out for that this week.
He can scoot.
He can scoot, dude. He can scoot.
And he's wearing a bra.
Speaking of the Ravens, I mean, they kind of kicked the snot out of the Buccaneers. Buccaneers got out to an early lead and then 27 unanswered by the Ravens. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Leroy, I think this is your Super Bowl favorite right now. It's either them or the Lions.
Well, keep in mind, we had the same exact conversation with the same exact two teams at this point last year.
King Henry.
I'm just saying.
You got King Henry.
Wait, Marcos, do you not recall last year? Same at this time. The Ravens had it all the way up through the playoffs until they lost.
I understand. And I know Lamar has stunk in the playoffs, but this is different. Why
can't we say that about this team?
What do you mean?
Like when you complain about the Dolphins never getting over a hump, you've never said, but this is different. This year's different.
Literally did all of last year until they pooped the bed.
Okay. All right.
All I kept saying last year was this year was going to be different. I said that I thought they were going to be in the conference championship all of last year. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
That is not true. Okay. But to go to the Ravens point, King Henry. That's the difference.
King Henry. Like, I don't understand how a guy like that was available. He wouldn't have had to be the highest paid running back. And there's so many teams that have a quarterback that could use the help of a running back.
Why is it every week somebody told me this guy's watched, and every week I see him running a 75-yard run?
Is that crazy?
Like you would think, oh, okay, he's just mauling people into dust. It's like 4 yards every time. No, he's averaging 11 yards a carry last night. He's got an 81-yard run. He's just killing everybody. And then you add Lamar Jackson on top of it. I don't know, dude. I don't know who's stopping that in the league. Who's stopping that with this team?
I don't know. It's pretty amazing.
Themselves, to be honest, that'd be the only thing.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be disaster. I agree with you. I feel like it has to be a disaster for them for that. And then if you guys didn't see the end of the game yesterday, the brutal part of it was Chris Godwin, who suffered a dislocated ankle, brutal injury.
Yeah.
Rough. How long is he out, Leroy? How long?
An ankle, it depends, because when you dislocate anything, the fear is when they put it back into place, you can chip a bone. Then they have to determine whether just rest will support it, or will they have to put some kind of screw or plate in there to help it. Now, they may put something in there for a few weeks and then take it out to help the healing. Don't know, right? Don't know. And when you have those things happen, keep in mind, there's ligaments, tendons, all kind of stuff around there. You got to hope that none of that stuff's been damaged. So at this point, it's dislocated because of the way it looked. The severity of it comes with whether he needs surgery or the MRI, because you don't know what other damage there is as far as broken bones, ligaments, tendon. You don't know. So that's the wait and see part of it.
Panthers back on the.
It is unbelievable how many times you do that.
Oh, you're lashing out, dude. You're lashing out. You're hungry. It's okay. I was clearing my throat. I was trying to be proper for everybody. It's okay.
Dude, it is unbelievable how many times you do that.
I mean, it's just you're being very rude. It's
I'm
okay.
not being rude.
You're being rude.
You go on for 2 or 3 minutes without realizing nobody can hear you.
You were going on I went on for 2 words.
No, dude.
I went on for 2 words.
And I'm telling you, you're a damn ventriloquist.
I went on for 2 words.
You move like
-1 for exaggerating.
No. Wait. First of all, me and Marco smiled at each other.
No -1 here.
While you were talking.
Oh my
so it was
God.
more than 2 words. Marcos, was it not more than 2 words?
I counted 11 words.
Point being, the Panthers are back on the ice tonight against the Minnesota Wild.
We got everybody back. So the Heat play tonight.
The Heat do not play tonight.
So they play tomorrow. But tonight is open night basketball.
Tonight is open night of basketball.
Right.
Panthers play 6:30 tonight at the Amerant Bank Arena.
Yep. The Wild, Minnesota Wild.
We should get Matthew Tkachuk back. Paul Maurice letting us know that Barkov, he should be back pretty soon. It sounds like he's going to be back for the Finland trip, which of course he's not going to miss that. So the Finland games that are coming up, he's going to be ready for those, it sounds like. As Leroy said, the NBA season tips off tonight. That's exactly why I cleared my throat. That's exactly why that happened. You guys got selfish.
So wait. So it's our fault your throat got flared.
It is. Welcome to the end of the show montage, Flem. Anyway, NBA season tips off tonight. Knicks and Celtics at 7:30. Boston is a 5.5 point favorite. And the late game is the Timberwolves and Lakers. That, of course, all eyes on LeBron and Bronny James. They are basically already reporting that Bronny is going to play in the second quarter.
Oh, so he made the regular roster?
Well, he was a second-round pick. He had a guaranteed contract.
No, they negotiated that. That's not, you don't automatically get it.
Not always, but so does Pella. But you could still send your draft picks to Sioux Falls. I don't know what the Lakers version of that is, but he's playing. I think the Griffies are going to be in the building tonight. So if you needed any inclination about whether or not Bronny was going to play, he's playing.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So you think they're getting like the whole history thing out of the way? So they
Kind
can
of.
now, like,
Yeah,
all right,
kind of.
Kind
back
of.
to
'Cause
G-League,
then he's going to be in Lake or Sioux Falls.
Yep. I don't know where that is, but he'll be in Lake or
Yeah.
Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
solid. I
Yeah.
respect.
Dade South says Nike's going to make a commercial. I would bet you it's already made, Dade South. They go to break. Then it's like legacy.
You already got the background
Yeah,
music.
it's already put together, dude. It's already put together.
They're actually waiting for him to check in just to get that last clip.
Hey,
Yeah.
and it is amazing because they're probably have a plane waiting at the airport to send them to Sioux Falls.
Well,
All right, that was cute.
finally, we'll get to Dolphins coming up. We'll hear from Tua, but Braxton
Ooh.
Berrios, his season is done. Torn ACL. He's placed on IR. They are going to put Cam Smith on his place in the roster. So the Dolphins
Hey,
pick from last year.
Did you hear Rex Ryan?
I did not hear Rex Ryan. What did Rex Ryan say?
He went off on somebody.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell me about that. Plus, we'll hear a little bit from Tua
Hey,
Tagovailoa after. Oh,
Are you working?
Wow.
Cowboy? You think you could look that up, please?
Yes, definitely
Thank
will. Not a problem.
Whoa! Oh, it's Tuesday. It's
10:13.
Tuesday. She got to come in when her people are in.
shit, Spirit Week.
Yes, and the
Oh,
Spirit
is it?
Week.
I'm only
is.
wearing a shirt.
Damn it.
It's Spirit Week. That's why I told Galen, I said I will not be there for the Spirit today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Really?
I'll do some cartwheels in the hallway for you guys.
Is that?
Really?
We have 2 pairs of Heat
Oh.
opening night tickets to give away. I'm feeling Pat Riley trivia because it is Pat Riley night.
Yeah.
I'll give it to a true blue Heat fan to send them to opening night. So
That's only Pat Riley Heat stuff?
only Pat Riley Heat questions.
Ooh.
Only Pat Riley Heat questions.
I love
So I got that coming up for you. And Alonzo Mourning scheduled to
Oh.
join the program as well. We got a lot coming at you, but first,
Damn.
we got to get to Tua, man, because that was something yesterday. Take a
I
break.
tell you what.
Back after
I thought we were going to do it now.
we got to take a
go.
break. Take a break. Back after this.
It's a jam-packed show, Leroy.
Every time I see him run, I think the Benny Hill music should be playing.
WQA
All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Hey, we're giving away Heat opening night tickets today on the show. Keep on listening to details on how you can win. I'll tell you how I'm doing Pat Riley trivia in the last hour of today's program. All right, in the program, Pat Riley trivia.
Love me some trivia.
Leroy, before I know you're going to bounce early today, so can we win a weather update from the Demesman and Dover law firm?
Sure.
YourExitAttorneys.com, free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
I'm liking the coolness in the mornings. It's quite lovely.
Easy breezy.
It is breezy. Those clouds are humming out of the east. I'm going to say it's got to be 15 plus miles an hour. Trees are doing the way back. Yep. And it is, I'd say more on the mostly cloudy side. But here's what's crazy. We got weird rain lately. We've had some weird rain. Like it'll just be like a spritzer. No heavy downpours, but it'll just start raining and it'll last for like 2 or 3 minutes and that's it. So I don't know if we classify that as rain. Yes, but not what we're accustomed to in Florida.
It's been weird.
Yeah.
Also weird, the Tua press conference yesterday. Tua.
Why do you call that weird, huh?
Because he was very aggressive.
Very confrontational or defiant, I would say.
I would say this.
Talking about
Tua spoke as if though he's sick and tired of people telling him how he should go about living his life.
That's right.
And he has every right to do that. You're like, oh, he should try. He should do this. He should shut the hell up. Is basically what he was saying. Like, you're not none of your doctors. I'm working with doctors, right? They have cleared me.
Yep.
I know I have to be a little safer in how I go about things. But from that standpoint, it's none of your damn business.
That's right.
Basically, where he went at it, and he has every right to.
He has every right to. I think it's also a snowball of the team sucking. You know, he's felt symptom free for 5 weeks, and the team isn't good, and he hasn't really been able to do anything about it. Though he
may have been annoyed that he was put on injury reserve. Like, you understand, if you have a concussion, even if you get a concussion during a game on a away trip, they will keep you overnight. If his concussion was that bad, why was he on the road next week?
He said he was fine the next day.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it was a real, and I can understand if he's upset that people did things to look good, but not things based on how they were. You see what I mean? That can be annoying from a player's perspective.
Here's a little bit of Tua. You got this, Marcos? Is this all set to go? He was asked about the message he has for those concerned about him, and he says he loves this game to the death of him.
There were a lot of people out there legitimately worried about your health and making sure that you were okay. What would you say to those that are worried that you might get hurt again and this is something that's going to continue?
I appreciate your concern. I really do. I love this game, and I love it to the death of me. That's it.
There you go, Tua. But
it might just end it
after I love the game.
Can I just say this?
Goosies.
Do you see how guys play out there? Do you see how guys hit each other? Do you see what guys go through? Look what Nick Chubb's just gone through. Right? Granted, it's a different injury, but there's a lot of that. And because you have a hot topic, or we have a hot topic, we use this one or this injury without looking at, what everybody is putting their body through to play this game.
Well, I mean, quarterbacks are getting more headlines than anybody else, and his concussions have been very violent, and not necessarily on the craziest hits either, like the reaction that he's had. So, I mean, at one hand, yes, he has for sure been treated differently and covered differently than everybody else. But on the other side of it, his have definitely been very visually upsetting to people to watch.
Yeah, I think the bigger thing is that you have to understand that it's not necessarily the hit that has getting him in trouble. See, quarterbacks, unlike other people, I would say unlike me, I got so used to getting hit, I learned how to put my body in a better position to get hit. Remember before the season, I was talking to you about this.
Yes.
You got to get hit a couple of times so you know how to protect yourself. When is it time to be an aggressor, or when is it time to protect yourself? You got to go through it a little bit to get back into that flow. Quarterbacks don't necessarily know how to do that because they may get hit 3 or 4 times a game the same way I did. Most of their hits are sacks, right? And so if you're getting sacked, a lot of times you don't have time to protect yourself.
Right, but
So it's a weird thing.
But I think that's what is such a throw off about what happened with this one in particular, because it didn't look like that violent of a hit, and it wasn't, this he was trying to make something happen, and something that looked pretty innocuous ended up looking very scary, even if it didn't end up being more severe than the last one.
I think in all honesty, in that situation, he kind of jammed his neck more than got a concussion.
Maybe.
And it looked that way because it wasn't any sudden jarring or anything like that. It was more of he kind of, got his neck jammed. And to sit here and watch on TV and try to identify what's happening or what's going on when we're not medical professionals is not only wrong, and we shouldn't be, but it's also unfair to the player because now everybody gets in a tizzy over what's going on with Tua, and now we get into the mode of making it look good instead of identifying what's actually going on.
Well, yeah, that's going to be something he has to talk about the organization with, because they got so much heat the last time because they felt like they put him in a vulnerable spot.
Right.
And there's no way that the next time this happens, he's not going to be maybe even shelved longer if it does happen again, which I hope it does not. But I don't know if this is I definitely understand him being pissed at the media and being pissed at everybody's overreactions or over coverage of this. And I almost felt like it was, I listening to yesterday, it felt like badgering almost to a point. Like, I don't know what everybody was really trying to get out of that. Like, he kind of made his point, and but he also has to realize, like, the organization is the one that decided to put him on IR, and they're probably gonna treat him like that again. I don't think that's gonna change no matter how pissed he is.
But they were feeling the heat from people who really shouldn't have a say-so in what's going on.
Yeah, but they have the doctors,
Again, right, but no, we had this conversation from the beginning. Regardless of how healthy or hurt Tua was, they're gonna make it look good.
The coach seems to disagree, though. The coach is out there saying the doctors told him time was needed.
Okay,
and
like that could all, like I just think that again, you put it in the hands of the medical staff and everybody shut up and hope for the best. And we don't do that.
Here is
try to tell people what he should do this or that. And then the next thing you know, it's a national story. Next thing you know, and like, yeah, man, like it's hard enough.
Here's Tua saying he feels like he is treated different than other athletes.
I just think it's based off of whatever that individual feels. If you feel like you can go, you can go. I just think this is only becoming a thing just because of what ended up happening 2 years ago for myself within the sport. I hate that it's happened, but we don't look at boxers the same way. We don't look at hockey players the same way. But I just think because of what happened and the magnitude that it's becoming more of an issue here in the league.
I don't necessarily agree with that boxers aren't and fighters aren't put under the concern of CT and things like that. I don't.
After they're done, After they get to Evander Holyfield.
Well, I don't. But a lot of them, I think the thing that he misses on that is like a lot of them don't have the choice that he does. Fortunately, and I get it. He wants to keep playing. He's not a 38-year-old fighter or a 40-year-old fighter. He's a 26-year-old quarterback in the prime of his career. He feels great. But he also has a lot more security than a lot of fighters do. A lot of fighters fight because they gotta fight.
I mean, you don't know that he see. The crazy thing about this is here we go again. You don't know that he doesn't feel that way.
That I don't feel like
you're looking at his situation and
he
telling
just said
him,
it.
No, but
he just said it.
No, but I'm saying like he may feel that the same way they feel when they go. It's not about the money for him, but the need to kind of.
A lot of fighters, it is for the money, though.
Right. But the reasons that you pick and choose, like just because the reasons are we choose money for the fighters, doesn't mean that the reason why Tua feels he has to come back and play isn't just as important. And for us to just say you got the money, don't worry about it. He may not be thinking like that. He may be thinking along the lines of, listen, I want to.
I know what he's thinking. I mean, I'm sure he's thinking that he's in the prime of his career. He feels great. He loves football. He doesn't want to stop.
Right. But that's just as important to him as a boxer fighting for money.
Yeah, but I don't know if a boxer's continuing if he doesn't have to do it financially. Like a lot of boxers, like what, you think Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield are stepping in the ring at 58? If that's the case, probably not. If they weren't effed by other promoters taking their dough.
Yeah.
But I get it. Look, I'm not demonizing Tua. He should play football if he wants to play football. But I do think that was like to say that you're the only person people are concerned about in sports. I thought that was like a little bit of a blind spot. But I get his. He's pissed about it.
He turned on you turn on the TV. Why wouldn't he think that?
What did Rex Ryan say that you were so
Rex,
about?
Did you get it, Frog Boy?
Oh, Tobin wants to ask for 5 cuts. Poor Leroy doesn't get to play as Rex Ryan. Don't worry, Leroy. I'll take care of you. Give me 45 seconds.
Okay.
Wow. Like it. What was he doing the entire time? Like he's like this guy's sitting here and he's like just looking at us. He goes, "Oh, the sound that I sent you 6 minutes ago, and this is the sound I asked for 7 minutes ago. I don't have that sound either." Can you just give me an idea what he said? What was it talking about?
He was just blasting Aaron Rodgers, saying that he's not playing well, and he wanted to talk about the red line. He said the ball was 20 yards short. I don't care where he was throwing it.
No.
And that's just I'm like, sounds like something I said. And people were saying, no, they clarified it. He ran the wrong route. I'm like, I don't care what route he ran. The ball was short.
Nobody ever wants to say anything about Aaron Rodgers.
No, I like, and if I say something, it's because I'm a hater, which wasn't the case. Now I got some backing from some other people.
That's the guy you want backing you?
No, not really.
Old feetsies?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, not really.
Take a break. We'll hear from Rex Ryan lashing out at Aaron Rodgers and more too. Coming up next.
This hour of Tobin
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry, man. I heard during the break you got prize picks. Andy Edwards only has to score 1 point.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
point.
So
I feel like he's got that
again.
tonight. I feel like he's got that.
Man, I tried something different yesterday. So I'm like, you know what? They had a prop on here that if Zay Flowers and Chris Godwin more than 140 yards, 40.5 yards combined.
Oh.
Bums had 76 yards.
Well, I don't think today. Chris Godwin had a tough day last.
Oh, he got his ankle hurt.
Yeah.
You know what? Also, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. You know what I mean?
Did you see what happened today with Anthony Edwards? I bring this up.
No, what
Did you
happened?
see what he recreated, him and Justin Jefferson? You may remember this because your former teammate did a pretty famous magazine cover with one Kevin Garnett back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
With Randy Moss and Kevin Garnett. Well, now we have a new version that was just released today with Justin Jefferson and Anthony Edwards.
Ooh.
Now Anthony Edwards, though, is I did see a video from him from this shoot, and he is claiming he told Justin Jefferson, if I lifted weights like y'all, I could be Derrick Henry.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, he genuinely thinks like I would be the greatest athlete at whatever I did. Whatever I did.
You'd be amazed that a lot of those guys, that is 100% true.
Didn't he say he threw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball?
I threw 90. I threw 90 plus.
That's not 100.
It was also in high school.
It's fast. It's not 100.
It was also in high school.
I think he said that
with no
high
coach.
school. All right.
And he's 6'4".
Yeah. Tobin.
All right, sorry. You're Shohei Ohtani. My bad, Leroy.
Oh.
Apologize for selling you short.
Hey,
You're like,
man,
Anthony Edwards, not that ridiculous.
It's not. I'm just telling you. Like, come on. You know, we've had football players go and play baseball.
We have. What are you like in a cubicle? What is that phone ring?
I don't know. It's the house phone. I didn't know we had one.
A house phone.
So let me see. What about Jordan, who went to play for not Michael Jordan, safety. He went and played for
Brian Jordan.
Brian Jordan. He played for Atlanta.
Yep. So Deion.
I'm not even counting Deion. Deion was like from the get-go. Right? Who else? There's been a couple of guys. Oh, Bo. Well, yeah, he was great at both of them.
Tony Gonzalez, of course, Heat Summer League.
No, that doesn't count.
Yeah, close.
Randy played basketball in the summer.
Didn't he? He played for Marshall too, didn't he?
I don't think he played basketball for Marshall.
He didn't? I thought he did. My bad.
Let's see.
Ooh, we need at the moment you think here's the thing. Yeah, I'm not one of these guys who's anti-Bronny. Good for Bronny. I think this is a cool story. But I'm going to tell you who's going to be merciless on that court. It's going to be Anthony Edwards. Oh, that man talks trash. So I just picture if this is happening in the second quarter and he gets switched on to Ant-Man. I don't know, dude.
Wow, because he is a lot smaller than Ant-Man.
It's gonna be a hell of a task. Ooh, but what if he see? Here's the thing: the viral.
What if he tees him up?
If he strips him tonight, yeah.
Woo! And then throws an alley-oop to Pops.
That'd be kind of cool.
Also crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what I just said.
Yep.
Think about what I just said.
They have the Griffies in attendance. I don't imagine that's easy. You think Ken Sr. is like, I got to do what? Come on, Dad. Let's go see the Lakers game.
Well, because they were the last two to play. They played outfield together.
I remember.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember. I mean, I remember. I don't know if
I was alive. You weren't alive.
Was I not alive?
You weren't alive.
You sure?
It was early 90s.
I was alive, but I wasn't coherent into Mariners baseball.
Dude. Right now, you were in the backyard with your thumb in one hand and the iguana in the other one. Like,
did you find the Rex Ryan sound, Froggy?
I mean, it was a 20-minute speech, but I think I got a good clip at the very least.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
the part about the good part.
this guy's got every excuse in the book.
Well, no, just why didn't you just go to the because I heard it on Joe Rose. So you could have just went there.
I mean, that definitely
That would have been very good information to know.
well, then it's probably this clip right here.
They bring back Rodgers, and we have, Adams to play with Rodgers, and we've seen the history they've had. But I think, Rex, the question is, does this solve the problems the Jets have had?
Well, right now, I think the biggest problem, Greeny, because I'm going to say no, because the biggest problem is Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh.
All right, nobody's going to talk about it. Everybody's scared to or whatever. The facts are, watch the games. He's not playing like the same guy. Like, he's struggling. He's not playing winning football. Now, is it going to help? Hell yeah, it's going to help because you got chemistry, he's got all that type of stuff. But quite honestly, when they've been sitting back telling us that it's Mike Williams' fault. You know, it's head coach. It's Mike Williams' fault. It's Mike Williams' fault that you're trying to throw a back shoulder pass to him and you're dirt it like 5 yards underneath him into the ground. And then, okay, well, he doesn't run the exact route. He's not on the red line. No, because you're not pitching the ball to the red line. Like, to me, quit making dang excuses. Everybody's afraid of this cat. You better get it done. It's the easiest damn schedule I've ever seen. This team has no choice and no excuse. They should be in the playoffs, and they should win this game, okay? They absolutely should win this game, and you need to start. But this schedule is an absolute joke. Who are you worried about? Who are you worried about?
Can I smell him?
I just like, yeah. See, I was saying it before everybody was mad, right? That y'all making a terrible assumption here, right? And so, and now somebody else says it, and it's, ooh, somebody's ripping Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that's the jet up. That's the jet up thing. They think everybody's first to the punch there.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, most people wouldn't be allowed to say it on jet up.
Oh, well, he asked Rex Ryan whose fault it is. Open the door.
I mean, Greeny should care more about Rex Ryan's opinion than Aaron Rodgers. Rex Ryan did get to 2 FC championships.
With the Jets, right.
Yep. He should be more beloved in the eyes of Greeny.
Yep. But yeah, it'll be it. I mean,
I don't know though. They play
it's
the
bad down here, but it ain't a dumpster fire.
I don't know. You've been talking
Up
about
there,
that.
it's getting ready to go sideways.
You've been talking about that Patriots defense. Drake May's not look bad, and they're going.
I said that
on the road, and then you got this whole Belichick versus Gerard Mayo beef that's going on right now.
Belichick versus Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, dude. What
are we doing?
Belichick has not been pulling punches because Gerard Mayo came out and he called his team soft.
There we go. See, go back. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is what people think. We get it. You were a hater first. Props to you.
Also, look who it is.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like, no, nothing I said was hating on Aaron Rodgers, but it was truthful.
Not so great when Stunt Steve plays old courtroom stenographer for you, huh? This is my life every day with him.
Wow. So you're kind of happy that.
What did he say? His first hating of Aaron Rodgers was in June.
Any reason why you all of a sudden have to go to English accent?
That's how I imagine you say it in the courtroom.
Oh my goodness.
The best typers of them all. Do they need a stenographer anymore? Can they just have AI?
They have a court reporter.
No, that's a good point, actually. No, you need it accurate, though. So you need specifically an 85-year-old woman with glasses.
Agreed. Yeah, otherwise you don't trust it.
On a typewriter, to be exact.
Strike that from the record. I always find that funny, too. They're like, strike that?
Yeah, but like, how can you unhear something? Right?
Damage is done.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like you see the people in the courtroom, you see the jury, and they're like, strike that from. It can't be undone, sir.
Right. Like that didn't happen in the one time I was on a jury, but I was like, but if it did, how could I unhear it? I tell you one thing. One time when I was on jury duty, but I did not get picked for the case, murder case. And they told us during our lunch break, hey, don't look up this case. I'm like, suckers. What do you think I'm going to do? Of course I'm going to look up this case. Wow.
Really? So you looked it up, dummy?
Somebody was beheaded.
What?
Whoa.
Yup.
Is it even okay for you to say that on air right now?
Yeah, of course. It was. What do you mean? Yeah, I think everybody's in jail from that now. You know how they got caught, JFig?
How?
They stuffed the head in a supermarket bag, but it was down here. But it was like one of those, whatever the Northern Publix is.
Oh,
so it was like a tip off.
No, it was Kroger.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A Lions Mart, a Safeway.
Yeah, that's how they caught him.
Got him.
Oh,
You
no.
gotta use Publix, dude. Gotta use Publix.
Al Maga says, please. I wasn't on the jury, Al.
Oh,
I just want to be clear. I wasn't picked.
Wink.
Like,
I grilled the murderer. I knew his lawyer was going to pick me.
Like can I just tell anybody that goes into a courtroom that has to use a jury, if you see Tobin
Seriously.
in the jury, like you don't have a damn chance.
I thought for sure the last time, because I said my job the last time, I thought, nah, no way they're going to pick me. They know I'm going to blab about this. They're like, pick him. I'm like,
oh, me.
I was like, we had an interview with Dana White the next day too. I was really sweating. I'm like, we need to get this case done.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm not going to be in here for multiple days.
Hey, I know I was the foreman.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was we had to determine the amount of money from the case that was already
like a percentage.
No, we had to determine the amount of money. He already been found to win an award, and we had to figure out the award, right? Because the doctor didn't show up. It was just
no defense.
Right. So we just went in the back and figured out how much. And boy, got to tell you, I am not the right person when it comes to injuries and stuff like that.
Why is everybody getting so mad at me talking about these trials? You know, like people do interviews on like murder trials, like jurors do, like famous.
Hey, turn on Lifetime. Yeah, murder shows on all day.
No bigs. The one that I was actually on a jury on, not guilty. It was a family dispute.
Yes.
I told this story before. It was like a family dispute. This girl claimed her mom clocked her with an espresso maker.
Ooh.
And I looked at it. I'm like, what is this? WWE steel chair? All you got was that scratch from that? Not buying it. Sorry.
I would like to watch you in a trial.
No. Could you imagine?
Look,
first of all, this would be Tobin. Look, this would be Tobin. He'd be basically like the guy that gets in there for the fights.
Steve Willis.
Yeah. And he told me like, good point.
What you got? What you got, defense? You gonna cross the dam?
Hey, so it won't be 12 jurors, it'll be 1 and 11 friends. Cause like you
Defense, your witness. No questions, Your Honor. Sounds like someone's boxed in.
Looking around to make sure nobody. Oh my goodness!
And
for sure in a powdered one.
Did you have your glasses on? I did not. -1. Strike that from the record. I know what I said.
-1.
And that's what I don't understand. When they say strike from the record, how can you unhear something?
I don't know. I don't know. All right, we'll take a break. Out Tua. What's next?
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys. Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen.
I figure you'd be more enthusiastic that Tua's back.
I know.
Leroy's back.
I was just a little late, and I know you got to go after the segment, so I figured
I accidentally X'd out of the wrong stuff.
Gotcha.
That's why you guys thought I was gone.
I gotcha.
But I was not gone because here's the other thing I don't want to do. You got to wait forever for the actual surgery. They bring you back. You got to wait an hour or so, whatever.
Yep.
I'm not going wait for the wait.
Yep.
So I'm getting there at 12.
We got
and
there.
Then who knows what Fonz is doing? So it's going to take forever to get him. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
He's my ride.
So he's not ready to go?
No. You'll understand with your kids as they get older. Ready to them means, oh, all I have to do is use the bathroom and put my shoes on.
Fair enough.
But that's not ready.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Heat start their season tomorrow against the Orlando Magic at the Kaseya Center. I'll be boots on the ground for that one. Coverage on
you will.
560 begins at 5:45. This is, of course, Pat Riley Court Day. Alonzo Mourning will join us in the 12 o'clock hour today. We'll talk to Zoe.
Is D-Wade coming to town?
I think he is. Because his statue day is Sunday. Yeah, they unveiled the statue on Sunday. So yeah, I would imagine he's going to come for Pat Riley Day.
Right.
I think so.
What would I ask Zoe? Zoe, he doesn't he talks to the players, but he don't really work with the players. And I can't think of a guy that the Heat have had that have been similar to the way Zoe does things other than Hassan Whiteside. All the bigs that have come out lately have been more
he was the one. Don't forget, Leroy. He was the guy. He told us about remember we asked him about Bam after his rookie year?
Oh yeah, he said he's gonna be all-time great.
He said he was gonna be an all-time. I was like, because we were big Bam fans and whatnot, but he laid it out there before he was even a thing.
To the point where we were like, okay, team player,
love it.
He wasn't wrong.
He nailed it. He sounded like a prophet. The Boston Celtics, they will start defending their championship tonight. Joe Mazzulla, Celtics head coach, would you like to hear his thoughts on the Celtics pressure of repeating?
Hair.
Yeah, would you like to hair?
What kind of pressure do you feel to kind of maximize this opportunity that you have with this group?
Zero. No pressure. We're all going to be dead soon, and it really doesn't matter anymore, so there's zero pressure. You're either going to win or you're not. And when you win, you try to forget about it a week later, and when you lose, you try to forget about it a week later. And so it's not pressure, it's an opportunity. And we have an opportunity here over the next few years, however long we're together. I've said this in the past, we have an opportunity to carry the organization forward, to double down on the tradition and the history of what this organization has. And what else would you expect than someone expecting you to win all the time? I wouldn't want someone expecting me to lose all the time. That would be debilitating. So we have an expectation to win. We have great character, great talent, and we just have to work to maximize that, and we're going to rely on the players to do that.
Man, what a perfect Coach Speaks answer, except for the beginning.
Did he just say what I just heard?
Zero pressure. We're all going to be dead soon. Doesn't matter.
What?
Right.
Hey, wait.
What? Hey, I tell you what he eliminated. Hey, I tell you what he eliminated. Follow-up questions.
Joe, never mind. It doesn't.
And he might have been the youngest person in the building.
He is. Yeah, he's very young.
He's very young.
He's like, hey, what do I care?
He is. He's an odd bird for sure.
Very odd.
Really?
Odd. He's like, I always check where the exits are. Like that dude, you're never gonna sneak up on Joe Mazzulla.
Oh, I do that.
You can
too,
even
though.
see like,
wait. You see his eyes, right?
Oh, he's darting. He's like, what's going on in the background? What's going
Like,
on?
yeah.
That guy.
Look. Exit on the left. Exit on the right. Look.
All right, he's got a recorder, not a machete. All right.
I don't blame him. I do the same thing.
Don't have to do the death grip on him. All right, coach speak. I said the dead thing.
He's like, if he puts that thing any closer, I'm gonna give him the 5-step chop or whatever they call that from Kill Bill.
Wow. All right.
He does look very intense though. His eye movements are very intense, right? But hey,
I would dig him if he's not the Celtics coach. Definitely. He likes fighting. I know he's like a big jiu-jitsu guy. But unfortunately,
I mean, so Spo, you see those moves he put in like last game?
Come on!
No, what about the high kick? Right?
Oh, that was
got on his pony.
Oh my goodness. Wait,
Celtics.
and if you ask him, he'll deny everything. I'm like, Spo, we have footage.
Oh my god, that was crazy. He goes, "Oh, is this a meme?" No, dude. It's never mind.
I'm like staring at him. I'm like, are you bleeping kidding me?
He's like looking over to Tim Donovan. He goes, Tim, you know about this? Tim's like, nah. I'm like,
yeah. Tim's going. He said, we got a pool in the back.
Oh man, Panthers, they're on the ice tonight. You of course can do that 5:60 WQAM. They take on the Wild 6:30. Matthew Tkachuk is back. He said to reporters today, Leroy, he was not sick. He had a procedure. So whatever it was, he's back.
How long has it been? A week?
Yeah.
Appendix?
I don't know.
Something like that's what that sounds like. Something along those lines, right?
Pretty wild.
Because if it was something serious, like if he had a hernia or something like that, he'd still be out.
Tua Tagovailoa, of course, he met with reporters yesterday. A couple things that of note, he will resume practice tomorrow. He says he's been thrown for 5 weeks because he's basically been symptom-free since the Bills game. So he's been working with athletic trainers.
The Bills game was the symptom.
Yeah.
Right.
Says he remembers everything from the hit. The only thing really of football note that he said, besides being pissed about all the concussion coverage, is he definitely feels like he's not going to run anymore. Like, He was like, I got to be smart about that, which is all I wanted in the first place. Except it was Frog Boy's fault because he wanted him to be mobile.
Hold on. Here's the deal.
Statue.
Right? You understand. If it's 3rd and 4 and Tua sees a gap, he's going to go for it.
We'll get him on 4th and 3.
Now, you're saying that.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you right now. I don't want him to run.
Okay.
I don't want him to run.
But as a competitor,
mm-hmm.
As a competitor, he's going to go try to get that first.
If it is the playoffs on the line.
It doesn't matter
and he
what the
needs
circumstances. You don't turn it up and down like that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are a competitor, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't say, oh, I'm a competitor. I want to get the first. Oh, time and place.
Silly.
Time and place.
Tell him.
So silly.
I'm just telling you.
He's not fast. Why do we want him to run?
I don't want him to run. But do you not want him to be a competitor?
I would take Tua Tagovailoa throwing 4 yards blindfolded rather than have him run 4 yards. I'm sure he's going to anticipate and throw it into a tight window, and he could do it no look style. I would rather that than him have to run 4 yards.
Jennifer, I would appreciate it if no beverages were consumed while I'm watching you.
Right.
The worst, because it looked delicious. I don't even know what it is. You got a little candy cane straw or something. And
it's actually a smoothie, and you would hate everything that's in here.
No, I wouldn't.
No, it's fine.
Leroy would eat arugula right now.
I'm contemplating going outside and chewing my arugula. I got my backyard.
There's actually spinach in here, so y'all probably hate it.
No, but they don't like when they put spinach in a smoothie. It doesn't taste like spinach.
Strawberries.
See the strawberries, sweeten it
Apples.
up. Popsicle.
Apples. That's funny.
Oh, apples. I think you said popsicles. Wow, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like an activation smoothie. Like you're gonna be on the second floor in about 25 minutes. Apples.
She's gonna be late for the
Got it all in
hour.
here.
So
banana.
how? No. So my thing is this: the defense has held up their side of the bargain.
Definitely.
Right? They like I can't. So and the team has run the ball effectively.
Yep.
So this is like a kind of a different situation than when you say Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Everything else is all it is Tua's out.
100%. That's
Right.
why when I was laughing yesterday with Mike McDaniel, I was like, I told the team he's not the savior. I'm like, listen, maybe saviors are strong. Maybe
you
saviors are
lying
strong.
to yourself.
Yeah, maybe savior is a strong word, but he better fix it because we need him.
And we don't even need you know what needs to be done?
First downs.
Tua has no need being a jackass right now.
I apologize.
Tua can keep everybody engaged. Like at some point during these last 4 or 5 weeks, Tyreek and Waddle had to be sick of running sprints.
Yep.
Like they're the crumb getters.
12 decoys a game.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. So I think from that standpoint, they're going to be energized. And while you were out, you saw what Jonnu could do.
Yep.
And then you got your stuff you do in the backfield. So, like, I don't think, like, I might agree with you guys what the first pass needs to be.
Let the big cat run.
We call that 9-9-9.
Yep. Let
all go.
Let the cheetah loose. Let him go. That building that building will explode on Sunday if that's the first thing that happens.
Even if it's incomplete.
That's the first throw for sure.
Yeah.
First play, 10-yard scramble.
No!
Right up the middle, baby.
No!
First down.
In fact, he did that. He did that last year or 2 years ago. He did that Sunday Night Football. He came out and he tried to lay the wood on somebody on a run. Yeah. Mike McDaniel was asked about that yesterday, and you could see him going. Mm-mm. He gave the old Marcos. Mm-mm. They don't
I tell you what
anymore.
I tell you what. There should be some team fines on that.
What?
Oh, we would do that. It cost me $1,000 for every fumble.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
Yeah. Can you do?
Is that legal?
No, you just donate the money to charity, dude.
Seems like a Belichick workaround.
Seemed like I bought charity a car. Just saying. Just saying.
Take a break. Back with more shenanigans after this.
This hour
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Leroy done for the show today, and he will be back hopefully tomorrow. Wishing him all the best as he's getting a little procedure done today. So hopefully everything goes smoothly for our guy, and we'll talk to him tomorrow. You know he doesn't like to miss work. I'm like, you could take a day. He goes, and do what?
Yeah.
He's kind of got that. He's got that Mazzulla in him.
Oh, he's tough.
Tough. Oh, Cristobal. Tough.
Tough.
I was listening to Cristobal yesterday. I was getting fired up for Canes FSU. Oh, I cannot wait.
We owe them a bludgeoning, dude.
Agreed.
I don't want to just win. I need 73 points.
Just lay it on them, dude. That's what I need. Yeah. Go in there. And, it's nice to have a softball every now and then because, we've had some tough road trips, Marcos. And so it's nice to have a nice little easy landing at home to right the ship on things. Maybe get some freshmen some work, later on in the game.
That'd be great. That would be great. I'm always dying to see Chris Johnson Jr. fast.
You do like him.
So can I ask you a question about this FSU game?
Mm-hmm.
Is this statement game, TCB, or don't lose?
This game?
Yeah.
Don't lose.
Don't lose. Okay.
Don't lose.
I think that's pretty fair.
All right. Yeah, because take care of business doesn't feel like it does enough justice. We can't just come out with a win. We need to beat them. Statement game, I would have been leaning towards that. Make a statement, but it's FSU. Were they like 1-6 if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, 1-6 or 1-5. The only team they beat, I think they barely beat Cal.
Nah.
They barely beat Cal, and but they've been getting the snot kicked out of them every single week. Every single week. Terrible. And you're just riding high right now, baby. That's how it is for the Miami Hurricanes. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, they saw their week 9 opponent. Is it week 9? Week 8? Week 9. Week 8. Saw last night the Arizona Cardinals beat the Los Angeles Chargers 17-15. Kyler Murray, I mean, he was scampering down that field really fast. Really fast. 40, what was it, a 44-yard touchdown run by him? I mean, it was
mobile.
Yeah, you got to watch out for him, dude. Got to watch out for him. And then they set themselves up for a touchdown. There was a bit of like controversy because they were like a personal foul. I think it was on Marvin Harrison Jr. Wow. They hit him towards the sidelines, and it was helmet to helmet, so it gave him a fresh set of downs. And then they, I think Connor busted loose, and it set it up for the game winning score, game winning field goal for that one. I think I was the only one who probably watched most of that game because it was on ESPN Plus, and everybody feels like they were like, why did they put a game on ESPN Plus at the same time as ESPN? It makes no sense why ESPN did that.
Really doesn't make sense.
Really weird. Another thing that's a little bit weird of making head sense of is Tua. He was asked yesterday about, what does he feel about playing and being a player who's more at risk than other players that are out there. And he said that he is willing to play the odds in playing the game. Here was Tua.
Well, how much risk do we take when we get up in the morning to go drive to work, get into a car crash? Maybe, I don't know. Everything I think takes risk. So to answer that question, every time we all suit up, we're all taking a risk that we could potentially get hurt, whether it's a concussion, a broken bone, anything. You get up off of the bed the wrong way, you potentially could risk you spraining your ankle. There's just risk in any and everything. And I'm willing to play the odds. That's it.
There you go. He was very, very done with all the questions about his future and about if he's going to play.
Everything, if you notice, was like it had like a kind of like a dark tone to it. Like
it did have like everything was life.
Everything was everything was kind of dark.
You could
and that's how
today.
over it he really is.
Oh, okay.
Like I guess you could. I mean, as opposed to it, we could, but I mean, if we were to go by track record, you've been in 4 crashes over the last 2 years. That's a lot of crashes, dude.
A lot of crashes.
A lot of
A lot of
time.
crashes. I don't wish that on anybody, but you would agree that the odds of getting into pretty critical crashes are more of a frequent occurrence with him. That's why it's a thing. I understand he doesn't want to be in this spot where he's treated differently. I definitely understand that frustration because it definitely feels like he did not feel the ill effects of this one like he did the last time around. I don't know what the Dolphins are supposed to do in that situation, because he very clearly was frustrated by this process, and the team is basically telling you, too bad. And this is going to, if this does, I hope it never happens again. I hope Tua's right. I hope the odds are forever in his favor and that he never gets another concussion. I hope that's the case. However, the odds, which he likes to throw out there for him, are greater because they typically are greater when you keep suffering concussions. And I don't know what the situation is going to be like for the team in that case, because there is an element of they have to look out for him. There is an element of, they have to look out for themselves to make it seem like they're doing everything they can to make sure that he's healthy. And eventually it does feel like it's going to come to a head where it's like, all right, well, does he just defy the team? Can he defy the team? That I think is the interesting part of all this. Yeah. It seems to me a guy who felt fine for the last 5 weeks. Reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh had his first blood clot issue. He was in the hospital. Second one, he'll tell you, felt fine. He was very frustrated that he felt like he wasn't allowed to play basketball, even though he felt fine. And it got to a pretty contentious place. We know where it all ended up going with him and the Miami Heat, and then feeling like, they just wanted Chris Bosh off the books. And it got to a pretty gnarly place for the organization and Chris Bosh's relationship. Thankfully, it's in a better place now. But I do wonder, with Tua sounding this way, I'm sure there was some ill will towards the media because he's tired of the over coverage. And I also feel like there was a little bit of, annoyance with the organization, because obviously this was a very big year, a big prove it year for the Dolphins. They stink right now. We just broke down why their quarterback play is a big, big reason he wasn't available. And it's the number one red flag of his career. There are others. I'm not saying he's a perfect player. We don't have to get into that debate today. It seems like a bit of a waste of time. But the number one red flag with this particular QB is durability. And is he going to be able to stay on the field? And for everybody who did have their concerns, they have, for right now, been proven correct, because he wasn't able to stay on the field. He wasn't able to stay available for his team. And he knows that's part of the narrative. He can say that he blocks all this stuff out that he wants. It's not true. He obviously is getting a lot of this, and it is feeling like it's getting to a place of contention for him. I don't know, though. I don't know if he's ever going to get his wish of he's going to be treated differently or like everybody else, because as it has been with everything in his career, he hasn't been treated like everybody else. And I don't know what the reason for that is, or the recipe for that is, or why it's gotten to that point, but it has. And I don't really know if there's any ability to go back to another way anymore. So we'll hear a little bit more from Tua coming on up. We have Miami Heat opening night tickets to give away. Alonzo Mourning is scheduled to join us in the 12 o'clock hour. We'll talk to Zoe about the great Pat Riley getting the court named after him. Lots more to get to. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take guys up until 2 here on the program. In the 1 o'clock hour, we are going to give away some Heat opening night tickets. Got 2 pairs to give away. Going to do some Pat Riley trivia for those who want to line up. You guys got to call 305-567-0560. Alonzo Mourning, he's scheduled to join us at about 12:15-ish today. We'll talk to the Heat legend. Looking forward to that. And lots more to get to. But let's get to the damage is done, my friend. The damage done. Marcos, I come to you with this. Appropriately, a Shams bomb.
Oh, all right.
Shams Charania, newly minted of ESPN.
Yes.
He tweets, 76ers, Joel Embiid, and Paul George are out for the opener against the Bucks on Wednesday. Embiid is progressing well and ramping up. Scrimmaging this week. He will not play this week. George will be reevaluated later this week. And I just got to tell you, this is why you could get the Miami Heat in their prime big three and put them in Philadelphia 76ers jerseys, and you can't trust what's going to happen with that organization. Almost like I will say it's almost like a Dolphins-like curse what goes on with them. It's really something. It's really something. But I look at all of these standings and all these projections that come out, and everybody has the Sixers. That's why I got so mad at Stan Van Gundy. Maybe too mad, but I got so mad at Stan Van Gundy because the idea that you would trust Joel Embiid and Paul George. I get Maxi's awesome. Nobody's disputing Maxi's awesome. We all wake up in cold sweats saying Precious Achiuwa. We all have that feeling. But the idea that you could trust these guys to get through this marathon is crazy to me. The damage is done, my friend. Froggy?
Damage is done.
My damage is done goes to all of you.
What?
All of you Dolphins
that
tried to baby and coddle Tua. Oh, poor Tua needs to retire. Oh, we're tired of this. Look what you done did. Now we have an angry Tua.
Wow.
Now we have Tua not in his normal neighborhood friendly Spider-Man red uniform. Now he's in his black Venom run.
Wow.
Revenge tour?
Revenge tour for Tua.
I like that.
If you think this man is going to stop, you got another thing coming. I'm calling it right here, right now. 400 yards in his return, with 75 of those being rushing yards.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
To show you guys.
That's like me betting on Julian Hill.
Stop
Okay.
over speaking.
Julie, the old stone hands over there.
I
Jeez,
gotta say, he must be the greatest blocker in the plays he doesn't drop the football or get penalties on, because man, they play him a lot.
Indeed, it is really, really, really rough to watch.
It really seems like when they gave him the George Kittle tapes,
yeah,
he only watched the mauling part and he skipped the playmaking part.
Has to be. Every time he drops a pass, I think of you immediately. I think of
everybody does. They get lit up. They're like, and the other thing is people were like hitting me up the other day. They're like, Tobes. They were happy because John Smith has said Tobes to tight end anytime touchdown, which I don't think is a bet you can make. I don't know if, at least on the Hard Rock, I don't think you could just bet any tight end. Though it's the first Dolphins tight end to score a touchdown, I think, since in 2 years. But no, I don't have Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith's odds are completely reasonable. I keep betting Julian Hill, although his odds were the lowest it was this past week. I wasn't pleased with that because I was getting to the plus 2,000s. Yeah. I'm hopefully going to be back there this week, although we have another target gone because Braxton Berrios got hurt. So that sucks. I guess that's, the one silver lining. You'll get Malik Washington maybe more in returns because he did some pretty exciting things in preseason, but I should stop getting excited about preseason. Anyway, Jennifer, what is your damages done today?
So there's a lot of wars going on here in this office today.
Oh, whoa, what do you mean?
Since like last week.
Spirit Week wars.
So there's like Spirit Week wars going on here, and people are getting a little too competitive.
Oh.
And everyone is walking around trying to steal ideas, trying to like one up the other studio with the decorations. Elsa and I are about to start a fight.
That's true.
I almost started a fight with Evie and Dee Dee earlier.
That's
Why are you gonna fight them?
Because they're out here stealing. They're indulging in thievery. Okay,
man.
And
if I gotta be honest, it seems like JFig is instigating a lot of these fights.
I really.
She seems
No,
to be.
Elsa instigated it first.
That's true. Elsa has been watching. She even added more skeletons.
Yeah, and then you know what? You know what really topped the cake for me?
What's that?
Was the shark went a little too overboard with the spiders.
A lot of
And that's
spiders.
where the damage was done. And I think I'm gonna back out of this because this is getting really intense.
Damage is done.
And I might have nightmares from this.
Yeah, it did get intense out in the hallway.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. Everyone decided to circle around us. Yeah.
Karen says angry Tua tips 25% instead of 30.
Yeah.
So you Flanagan's guy
holds his honk a little when you the light screen, the guy in front of
Please
you
finish that sentence.
hasn't gone quick enough. He holds his honk a little longer.
Yep.
Beep. Look at that.
Hmm.
I'm dangerous now.
Tua holds the door open for you, but he gives you a side eye while he does it.
Yeah.
It's like Tua, calm down, man.
And when
you
walk-
have a nice day, sir or ma'am.
I said good day.
I like this, man. This is gonna be a new dark phase. Dolphins costing me a parlay. Damage is done to my parlay this weekend.
Tua's like, I'm no longer known for concussions. I'm just known for begrudging manners.
For being bad.
I like it. He's just gonna be a grumpy old man now. Anytime he's just walking around. I kind of like this though. I kind of like that he came out there as a matter of fact, like, you know what?
He
My
went
choice.
business.
What are you guys gonna do about it? No guardian cap.
Tua's like walking into the building with Zach Sealer. He goes, watch this, Zach. And he's got some like gum wrapper. He goes, I'm gonna litter right in the parking lot. And then of course, and then like Zach Sealer, like, we have like robot vacuums in the parking lot, right? He goes, well, it was there for a second.
Yeah, you know what happened here today.
I made that robot work.
Tell the people Tua made a mess.
Yeah,
Clean it up.
he's getting tough now, too. He's getting tough now.
Wow. Looking forward to it. Dade
Yeah.
South says Tua only buys you one Christmas present.
Ooh.
He goes, guess what, guys?
What if he no longer is a Christmas person? Now he's just Halloween.
Don't be ridiculous.
Let's not get crazy.
Let's not get crazy.
Sorry.
He just gets
Maybe
you a
that's
gift card.
Thanksgiving.
That's
He
rough.
goes- I will say it sounded like he kind of called out his teammates yesterday.
Oh,
Kind of. Like in a Tua way. Because he was basically like, it shouldn't all crumble with me gone, which made it kind of sound like he was calling his teammates out for allowing it to get to this point. We'll play some of that sound for you coming on up. We got to take a break, though. But before we do, they're trying to scare each other all over work. Scary times, man. Scary times over there.
Indeed. It is
You don't want to go, jumping around the corner going, boo. Scaring somebody, right? And you certainly don't want to be going boo-hoo in bed.
No.
What you do want to be doing
Just waited to see where he was.
is Blue Chew. in bed. You want to chew it? Then do it.
Oh,
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Now you can chew it and do it. They even got mint flavors. And the greatest thing about it is you don't got to go to the doctor, all right? You don't got to go to the pharmacy. Just gets delivered right to your door in a discreet package right there for you. And I got a great deal for all our listeners out there. No tricks, just treats. All you got here right now, go to bluechew.com. Use the promo code SHOWPONY at checkout, and you're getting your first month of Blue Chew for free. Just got to pay $5 for shipping, but you're getting your first month supply of Blue Chew for free when you use the promo code SHOWPONY.
ShowPony.
So go to bluechew.com today. Use the promo code SHOWPONY. You're getting your first month free. That's bluechew.com. Bluechew.com. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to headlines. Brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Miami Dolphins, of course, will be back on the practice field tomorrow. Tua working his way back, but all expectations are that he will be back from concussion protocol. He spoke to the media yesterday pretty defiantly. He was not pleased with the way things were going. You got a little bit more of Tua. This was him talking about, this was as far as football is concerned. He was asked, does he feel like he should have been put on IR? Here was Tua on that.
Do you think you should have been put on injured reserve?
Well, what I do know is I think the team did what was best in the interest of me, knowing that I'm a competitor. And, given what the doctors have told me, that having a substantial amount of time to rest and recover would have been good for me. I think they did what was best in terms of protecting myself, from myself. So
there you go. Tua feels like they were looking out for him. He also was talking about he has to be smarter when he runs. This was Mike McDaniel on Tua saying he doesn't need to prove like last time he could take a hit by seeking contact. Here was McCochin.
I think he has a better understanding of his responsibility towards the entire organization at this point. My answer would be you don't need that one this time around. You don't need to, and I think I think it's been eye-opening too for him, where he was at a place where he really felt comfortable attacking the nuances of the game, and he's just in a different place as far as a leader of this team, and feels tremendous responsibility to do everything in his power to be on the field. So part of that is protecting yourself. Part of that, comes. I've got to make sure that he's properly protected, but at the same time, I can't control everything, and he has to be able to protect himself for him to, regardless of the first down conversion that he's trying to get, for him to be on the field with his team, that he needs to be smart about how he engages in contact.
Wow. How about that, Frog Boy? I hope you feel good about yourself, huh? Greedy.
Listen here, dude. You saw Cam Ward. The mobility sometimes isn't just running.
It's not Cam Ward. Different skills, baby. You can't just do the Cam Ward and get away with anything nowadays. That's not how it's going to work here.
Come on.
You're not going to be able to do that. I love Cam Ward too, and I love the way Cam Ward is mobile. I'm not going to, but I know Cam Ward is mobile, and I know Tua is not. That's just how
something,
it is.
Man.
You're going to have to dude,
slide.
No slide. He learned a backflip last year. That's what he needs to do. He needs to be like Sonic the Hedgehog, getting his little safety ball and never run again. Don't do it.
The cartoons.
Hear me out. He did jujitsu to learn how to fall. Hasn't had any issues with falling. Maybe he should have had a little class with Juan Pierre, who knows how to slide better than old JP.
There's part of me that thinks that Leroy and I had almost like a crossroads when I was younger, because he used to work out at my high school doing the Chris Carter Fast program. And so some part of me feels like in a day and age, and the reason I bring this up is Juan Pierre went to that as well. So I wonder if he saw a young show pony one day and we crossed paths and he said, "Beat it, kid."
What are you doing at the fast camp?
Just years later, we would partner to do a radio show. We never knew that infamous day would be the type of interaction.
Besties, look at that.
Crazy.
That is until we open up a secret latch in your closet that has a newspaper article of that specific Chris Carter camp, and you remember every single thing that Leroy said to you.
This has actually all been an elaborate plan to get to know Juan Pierre.
That's it, dude.
Leroy knows Juan Pierre. I can meet Juan Pierre.
That's it. This is it, man. Good guy. So, only worth. Didn't he dress up for the Bananas that game recently?
He did. Yeah, he showed up. I think he played, and I think D. Gordon played in that. I think, did Anibal Sanchez pitch in that game too?
I think he did, man. I
saw Barry Jackson say that Anibal Sanchez wants to be maybe the manager of the Marlins, which Godspeed, dude. Anybody who wants that job.
Good luck, my friend.
You gotta you are a brave soul. Look at the schedule tonight. You got the Florida Panthers on the ice taking on the Minnesota Wild at 6:30. And then we have the NBA season tipping off tonight. Knicks and Celtics at 7:30. Boston is a 5.5 point favorite. The late game is the Timberwolves at Lakers at 10 o'clock. Minnesota's a 1.5 point favorite. Did you see, by the way, Charles Barkley, the rest of his rankings came out. Did you see where he had Bam Adebayo ranked?
Oh, no, that's one I didn't see.
Where did he have him?
He revealed his top 20. Bam Adebayo, in the eyes of Charles Barkley, number 12 in the league. Number 12 in the league. There were two things that I really liked. Charles Barkley, there's a couple things that I liked about him. One, he ranked Bam 12th, which is as high as I've ever seen him rank on any list.
Love that.
Two, he ranked Jaylen Brown above Jason Tatum.
Oh, that's going to cause something.
I was like, oh, that's good. And so did Shaq, by the way. So I was like, oh, but Shaq only had Bam 20th. He only had him 20th. So I was like,
respectable.
It is respectable. You know, it's not as high as I have him on other lists, you know, but respectable. So I was like, oh, that's kind of good.
I think Charles had LeBron at like 38 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Which
there's no way.
He had him low.
No, he had Tyler, I think, at 37, and I think he had Donovan Mitchell at 38. That was the one that everybody was like, whoa. Because I was like, wow, he gave a lot of love to Tyler Hero. He had Tyler Hero like above Donovan Mitchell. He had him above Trae Young. He had him above Bradley Beal. I was like, this is the most respect I've ever seen Tyler Hero get on a list. The most respect I've ever seen him get on a list. But let me see. I'll see where. No, I think he had LeBron like top 5, dude. Or
I know someone had LeBron at 2, but I do remember that like
Kenny's list was kind of the weirdest to me.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Let me see. Charles Barkley, his top 20 list.
I really appreciate that Bam Adebayo love, though. I really feel like the league is starting to understand.
Okay, here was his list. 12 was Bam Adebayo. 11 was LeBron James. So he did have LeBron probably as low as anybody has LeBron. AD at 10.
That's what I was like.
Shea at 9. Kevin Durant at 8. Tatum at 7. Jaylen Brown at 6. Steph Curry. Joel Embiid. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Luka, and Joker.
You think all those players? Like, you think both of those Celtics are better than LeBron?
Tough question. I mean, like, I don't have a problem. Here's the thing. I'm not a bastard. Like, I think that if you win the championship, you get to be on high on rankings and all that type of stuff. But I've been waiting for somebody to have the cajones to go out there and rank Jaylen Brown above Jason Tatum, because none of the ESPN lists or the CBS lists will do it. But you had Shaq and Chuck do it. I was like, props, onions. I'm making an observation of actually watching the playoffs. Crazy, right?
Yeah, it was pretty close, but yeah, I agree. I mean, I know he doesn't have a left hand, but he didn't play 1 minute in the Olympics. Jeez.
I understand. Well, I mean, Jason Tatum barely did, though.
Yeah, I'm saying.
We'll take a break. When we come back, expected to be joined by the legend Alonzo Mourning. We'll take a break. Back with more Tobin and Leroy after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Our Dave & Buster's gift card giveaway is back. We got a $250 gift card that you guys can win to see football, Heat, Panthers, Inter Miami in the playoffs. To enter, go to WQAM.com/contest. Dave & Buster's, eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Expected to be joined soon by Alonzo Mourning. We'll talk a little Pat Riley with him. Miami Heat opening up the season tomorrow night at the Kaseya Center, and they will christen it Pat Riley Court at the Kaseya Center. Very excited to see what this turns into and what this night is like for the Miami Heat, as it is a very, very cool honor. The video that they put out when they first announced this with Mickey Harrison,
I don't know how
man,
cried.
that was incredible. That was absolutely incredible to see Pat genuinely get emotional about it. Was really, really cool. Really, really cool.
And didn't cry though. He's tough. He doesn't cry.
I don't know. We can ask him. Because that was a really emotional video to see Pat Riley get moved like that when Mickey gave him the honor. So let's go talk to the man himself, an absolute Heat icon, and of course with Pat Riley every step of the way. And that is the great Alonzo Mourning joining us here on the show on the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. Zoe, thanks so much for the time today. I really appreciate it. Alonzo, you hear us? Zoe? I think Zoe's having some issues. Zoe, you hear us? No hearing us at all?
No, I don't think he can hear us.
Let's put him backstage, JFig, while he figures it out. Zoe, give us a thumbs up when you can hear us, Zoe.
Even while shuffling papers. Tough.
As he's getting it all worked together.
Tough.
Yep. He'll reconnect. There we go. I bet you will be good here this time. This go around. We'll get Alonzo Mourning good to go and see if we can get him linked up here and seeing what we know. But yeah, man, that video was something.
Really was. Only a matter of time till he gets his own kind of video tribute of some sort. I'm not sure what the Heat are going to do. They usually take care of their people, and they have. But moving to the.
They actually posted a little snippet of how the court was going to look like.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Very nice.
Looks really, really slick. It looks really awesome. So I cannot. It's going to be cool. I mean, it's awesome that they're doing this going into his 30th season. I can't wait for tomorrow to see, what the welcoming is going to be like and whatnot for this. So should be really, really awesome with this situation, with this. It's like we're just trying to get the connection situation figured out with Zoe.
Got an upgraded court. We got the upgraded fireball.
Yep.
I think Jackson posted something. They can, you can obviously bring it all the way down. So it was down by the court. They're probably doing some, maintenance.
Yep.
Pretty good.
You like
wow. Totally better than the Sphere, like I said. Totally better than the Sphere. Never doubted it. That's with our Heat culture uniforms on the Pat Riley court. Nice young team. And I think I haven't necessarily had this confirmed yet, but are they still going to do the crazy courts for the for the tournament? Not sure if that's something that they're doing this year, but I think with the fireball, with the Pat Riley, with the new court, the Heat culture jerseys, basketball is going to be looking different in South Florida, man. It's going to be looking pretty cool.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Should be an awesome one.
I thought we reached the pinnacle with the Vice jerseys. Now it seems we're growing, we're expanding.
Well, every year they one up the previous.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I haven't seen that FIU, which not necessarily get bogged down in FIU talk. They have their own Vice jerseys.
Ready.
Let me see. I see him on video, but I don't think he hears us. I'm not sure. It looks like he's having some audio issues because I don't think he hears us on our end.
He's giving us the Leroy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can just get him to call in.
Do you think we should just go to break?
No, I don't want to go to break. We got plenty of time, but I want to make sure that he's I can see him, and he can see us, but I don't think he can hear us.
I believe he's getting some help because
That's good. I like it. I like how he's like,
where is Todd the intern?
they're probably sending him in. They're probably trying to get that fixed as of all that going on. Zoe, can you hear us?
Wait.
It should be so long.
We got let's see.
Oh, we got hold on. IT has made their way to Zoe.
PD is there. Hold on.
Entered the chat.
Zoe, you guys hear us?
No, I think he's still fixing it.
Trying to get that all situated.
Also, a man who wants the right angle. You know, you gotta get the right angle, Izzo. This is clutch work here. Todd, please come through with the audio.
Let me see. Let me see if this works.
Wait.
Hey, Zoe, you hear us?
What you want me to do?
All right, yeah. Let's just have him call in. He's gonna call in. We'll just go by phone on this one. No biggie. No biggie on that one.
I still got to appreciate.
You know who I know loves this? That bastard Schmeeth and Schmolnick.
Oh, Schmeeth.
He loves chaos, and he loves when these things go awry. So I know that that's what's going on right there.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get Froggy's gonna get him situated and get Alonzo Mourning there on the guest line. Really weird. That's never happened before. Strange, but we will put him through and get the great Alonzo Mourning on the line there for us with this Pat Riley honor as soon as we get Marcos to connect with us. He is off screen and figuring this thing out as we are. I will say though, at least we can't hear him, but it is a good looking office.
Yeah,
that's the good thing about it. Marcos, how we doing on this, dude?
Oh, let us go to the phone line where Zoe is.
All right, let's go out to the guest line. Alonzo Mourning joining us there. Zoe, how are you?
I'm excellent.
I appreciate
Thank you for having me, man. How you guys doing?
I'm good. Thank you for working through your patience and working through the tech issues with us, Zoe. Thanks so much. This honor for Pat Riley, we were wondering, we saw Pat Riley get pretty emotional when Mickey gave him the news. As a guy who cares about Pat Riley a lot, did you get emotional at all seeing Pat Riley get emotional with learning the court's going to be named after him?
I did. And, believe it or not, I've seen a lot of different emotions from Pat over the past. I've been knowing him since 1995. So I've seen a lot of different emotions, and all of his emotions were channeled towards winning and caring and uplifting people. And that's all he put his heart and soul into, and this moment that we're going to have tomorrow and have an opportunity to really celebrate him and commemorate his legacy is an emotional moment for me because, I'm a part of that legacy, and I'm grateful. And I just walked off the court. We were in practice, and I was just sitting next to him, and I told him, I said, "Look, man, thank you for bringing me in 1995 and giving me an opportunity. And I want to just congratulate you on this incredible honor, And he's kind of brushed it off and like, well, Zoe, it all started with you. It all started, I'm like, come on, man, this is about you, it truly is. This is about you. So I'm excited. I really am. And I hope that the basketball world, not just people here in South Florida, but the people that understand the game, that are fans of the game, that understand the impact that this man has had over the past 50 some odd years on the sport of basketball. He belongs on the Mount Rushmore of coaches. He belongs on the Mount Rushmore of basketball coaches, and I can attest to his passion, the gift that he's given us. Now everybody wants heat culture in their organization, whether it be hockey teams, baseball teams, basketball teams. Everybody's like seeking to try to figure out, okay, how do you do it? And it requires a lot of patience, and it requires a lot of identifying the right who. And, and it requires a lot of preparation, consistent, everybody speaking the same language, and it all started with his vision. And I'm proud to, have been a part of this whole 50-year process, man. I'm very proud.
It was I was watching this sit down that he had with D Wade over last spring, and he told a story about you at a practice where he was really trying to motivate everybody, but he particularly went at you because he knew like it would trickle down to everybody else so much that you got mad at him. Zoe, like, what do you remember? Like, you were like cursing Pat Riley out, and then you're like, well, am I actually gonna have to, like, do you want me to leave this practice? What do you remember about Pat Riley, the motivator, so much that he would get heated with your practices?
Hey, listen, man, we were both very emotional individuals, so I think that was the only practice I ever got kicked out of, But I'm going to tell you his strategy, and I could tell you all a ton of stories over the years, But this one, I can remember, we got into it. I got kicked out of practice, but he called me in his office the next day, and he said, look, why, I get on you. You know why I get in your ass. I mean, that's, Coach, I'm averaging 25. Yeah, I just got player of the month. I'm averaging 15 rebounds, 3-4 blocks a game. I mean, what the hell are you getting in my ass for, And he said, I get in your ass because I know you can take it. And if they see me getting in your ass, then it's easy for me to get in theirs. So I understood his, his strategy, and it wasn't just about X's and O's with him, and it was really about a way to motivate his guys on a regular basis. And the hardest thing about coaching is to get 12, 15 guys to do what you want them to do, and to do it as hard as you want them to do it, and to sometimes do what they don't want to do. That's the hardest thing about coaching. So it's not just about X's and O's. It's about teaching them and helping them understand that the things that I'm trying to get you to do as a coach are winning habits. And this organization is not for everybody. And the guys that stuck around long enough, eventually they understood. And many of them have incorporated a lot of Pat Riley's tutelage in their own lives, in their business interests, and what have you. And some of them have gone on to coach. They've taken a piece of what Pat Riley has given them. You look at, people like Doc Rivers, who played under Pat, and you look at, the Van Gundys. I mean, the list goes on, man. He has so many disciples and people that he's planted. You look at Spoelstra now. You look at the seeds that he's planted in all these folks that have had the opportunity to be a part of his tutelage. Byron Scott. I mean, the list goes on. Magic Johnson, and I'm one of them as well. So again, I'm grateful for the opportunity, and tomorrow night I'm excited for him because it's an incredible honor, and it's a well-deserved honor, and it's long overdue.
So what is it like watching these games these days with you and Pat? Like, you guys are in you're always side by side, whether it's home or road, but are you guys still living and dying with it now that you guys don't have exactly all the control on it anymore? Like, what's it like with you two watching these games these days?
Listen, there's winning and there's misery. All right. So, and we suffer through it together. We suffer through it together. Listen, we walk through these doors, and if you ever had an opportunity to walk through our practice facility and our lounge or whatever, every door has a picture of the Larry O'Brien trophy on it. Every door. So it's just a pleasant reminder of why we come to work every day. That's why we come to work every day, and I wear this ring that I have on, this is one of the 3 that we won. So I can remind the players that, hey man, this is what we're here for, because we we live in this toy department of human affairs, you know, we get kind of distracted from the main thing. And the main thing has always been the main thing since he walked through these doors in 1995, and that's winning. That's it. That is it, winning by any means necessary, you know. And we have built our culture around that and helping them understand that everybody speaks that winning language. And if you don't speak that winning language, you know, you're out the door, you know. So we talk it, we practice it, you know. It might not always, you know, fall into place for us, you know, but that has been the consistent focus of our efforts since his tenure the genesis of his tenure started in 1995.
Talking to Alonzo Mourning, Pat Riley getting the court at the Kaseya Center named after him tomorrow night. You can, of course, hear all that coverage right here on 560 WQAM. And very much looking forward to that night. So I wanted to take it back a little bit. The last time we had you on the show, we were actually interviewed on a cruise ship. And we asked you about Bam Adebayo. He was not even 20 yet, Zoe. And you said back then you thought that he was going to get his jersey raised to rafters and lead the franchise.
Oh, yeah.
What did you see in him back then? And then how is it, I guess, how is it seeing that all unfold that you kind of nailed that one?
Hey, guys, you can't teach hunger. I mean, the man grew up in a trailer park, okay? Single mother, okay? We've done our due diligence on our players, you know. We know their background, where they came from, you know, and watched tape of them during that time in Kentucky. And, you know, I'm a good judge of talent. You know, I've been around this game for a long time, you know, and I can forecast it. I can. You know, when I saw Bam, you know, I saw a little bit of me. I really did, you know. And, God willing, I hope I'm around that we can, you know, I can be a part of that celebration. And when we do raise his jersey to the rafters, you know, because he has gotten better every year that he's been here, you know, and I don't expect this year to be any different at all. And I think the next, obviously, individual goal on his mantle would be Defensive Player of the Year. You know, he's been flirting with it for quite some time, you know, but and I thought he earned it last year, you know, but I think this is the year. I really do, you know. So I'm excited for Bam. Happy to witness the growth overall, you know, and yes, we will be raising his jersey to the rafters one day.
What was that first conversation like we saw you post on Instagram this summer with Kel'el? What did you like learning about the young man after you guys took him?
Well, when I first met him was, and that picture on Instagram is when I first met him. I walked up to him and I said, "Welcome to the family." And then I told him, I said, "You have an opportunity to be one of the greatest players in franchise history." I said, "You have an opportunity." I said, "But you got to put in a whole lot of work." I said, "Your skill level, the abilities, the God-given abilities that you have, you know, you got an opportunity." And he looked at me and said, "I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work." And I'm going to tell you, man, he has improved over the summer, just a little bit of time over the summer. Training camp, we've seen drastic improvements, you know, and I don't expect anything different from him. You know, I think that obviously still some things that he has to improve on. You know, that's obvious. He's 20 years old. And I think people, you look at him and you forget that he is 20. He's a 20-year-old kid. But I think good things are on the horizon for Kel'el. I really do. You know, he's around the right veteran core that he can feed off of, and he can develop the right winning habits and everything, you know, and he's got all the right people in his ear. So he couldn't have landed in a better place. He's going to do great.
Going back, you were mentioning about, you and Pat would get in because he felt like he had to go at the star sometimes to go at everybody else. You feel like that was a little bit of what was happening with Jimmy at the end of the year? Because it feels like Jimmy has taken that, whatever you want to say the press conference was, and it does feel like the vibes at camp and the work and playing the back-to-back in preseason feels like he's gotten the message. What do you make of how Jimmy's responded to maybe Pat's call out?
Listen, man, he's doing everything that is asked of us, of him. He's doing everything that's asked of him, and that's what we want out of our leader, and the same thing that the role that I embraced when, I was the focal point of the franchise, it's not a whole lot of talk, it's just about being present, setting the example, and putting the work in. And Jimmy's done all of that, so we can't expect anything more than that. We know what he's capable of doing. He's shown us that. And we're excited about the year. We just hope and pray that everybody stays healthy, so we have an opportunity to take that next step.
Before we get a chat here, Alonzo Mourning tomorrow night, Pat Riley's getting the court named after him at the Kaseya Center. That championship that you guys got together after all those years, though, what's the personal moment you remember with him? Like when you guys finally got to the mountaintop, like what's the image that stands out in your mind?
It's a lot of different images, man. In that locker room, man, when we celebrated in 2006, and y'all remember the famous bin with all the cards and everything, the keepsakes in there, that we carried around with us during the playoffs, and that moment, when those cards were all over the locker room. Some of y'all had an opportunity to kind of witness that moment. Y'all were in the locker room in Dallas at that particular time. I think finally, we were able to exhale. We climbed the mountaintop, and we made it to the peak. And it was a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work. Pat would always say, hey, you never know you're going to win a championship until it happens, you can look great on paper. That doesn't guarantee you anything. The hard work that you put in, it doesn't guarantee you anything. But without it, you don't stand a chance. And, he put together the right team for that moment. It was our time. It's written in that championship ring. It was our time. And, I'm grateful for his knowledge and his tutelage at that particular time, to help us get to that particular point, and it took 13 years for the franchise to get there first, so I'm happy to have been a part of it.
Thanks so much for the time, Zoe. We really appreciate it.
Listen, man, it's my pleasure, man. Hope to see y'all at the game tomorrow.
Very much. I'm looking forward to it. The great Alonzo Mourning, giving us some time talking about Pat Riley getting the court named after him tomorrow. Pat Riley Court at the Kaseya Center. We will have that coverage for you here on 560 WQM. You'll be able to listen to all that coverage here with Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert, Tommy Tighe, and Alejandro Solana giving you that for you. Appreciate the time from Zoe. We'll take a break. Back with more after this. Thanks again to Alonzo Mourning for joining the program. Tobin and Leroy back with you here, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until dude. He knew that too. He remembered that. He goes, "Oh, I remember that shot. I called that shot."
Says he's going to win DPOY this year. I'm looking forward to that.
You know, I think he deserves it too, dude. I can already smell the rats from a mile away, and they are trying to go from the Rudy Gobert ship to the Wemby ship immediately.
Oh no!
I can already smell it a mile away, dude. They are already there. They're even like yesterday. I was listening to a Hoop Collective podcast, and they were talking about their awards predictions, and they were saying like, "Oh, why Bam won't win Defensive Player of the Year because he's not flashy," which is like, huh?
What? It's
what?
defense, dude.
Yeah, what? I don't understand you people. What do you think defense is? Do you think defense is all blocks? Is that all you think it is? And by the way, you act like he can't block a shot. It's one of the most famous blocks of all time.
Yep. He's won a game with it, dude.
Won a game, swung a championship series with it.
Swung a championship series.
But it's neither here nor there. I you know, look, we're going to be talking about this. I feel like this is going to be like, you know what's crazy? Like Spo never winning coach of the year. It's going to be like that. I feel like it's always going to be like, yeah, he really was the best. But, you know, never, you know, it just wasn't the right time. Like they're going to be kicking themselves talking about how good a defender this guy was.
Isn't that ridiculous?
I was reading Cooper Moorhead on Heat.com, and he had some quotes from Pat Riley, and Riles was like comparing him to a Ben Wallace, and I was like, geez, Ben Wallace was such a monster. I mean, like just an absolute terror. He was 6'7" on the Pistons.
Loved Ben Wallace.
Yeah,
strangely enough, favorite player around that time.
Really?
I mean, obviously Wade, Flash, crazy. But for some reason, I loved Ben Wallace. I don't know why. He could not make a free throw. Loved him.
Oh man. Well, let's mix it on up, dude. What do we got here?
That is brought to you by
Alonzo Mourning's great voice.
Tough.
You know, we were going long with him, but I did want to ask him a silly sauce question. We were going very long with him. I didn't want to take more of his time.
Yeah, out of curiosity, what was the question?
I want to ask him, has he ever gotten approached about doing narrator work?
Huh.
Okay, that's not so silly.
Yeah, no, what
it's random, but it's not silly.
What exactly like a villain in a movie?
I just whenever they do these Miami Heat videos and Zoe's the narrator, I'm like, he should do this for like fights. He should do this for the UFC. He should do this for nature videos. He's just got a great voice. And I've always just wondered, has he ever had like Hollywood approach him to be a narrator?
That's fair, actually. That's fair. Because at first I was thinking like a cartoon, he's scary. But like an overdub over something, like that's inspirational.
That's what I was thinking.
That's good.
Man. What do we got in the mixed bag today, Froggy?
We're going to go ahead and keep things tough. As you know, not only is it NBA opening week, not only do we have some hockey. What week is it, Figgy? Oh, Spirit Week for the Hurricanes, who are going against FSU.
I just wanted to ruin that for you.
Because we have the Spirit here. Mario Cristobal, as you know, former Cane himself, had a few run-ins with the Seminole Jerks during his playing days.
Hates them.
He says FSU week is always.
I think wouldn't be familiar with it, but that are familiar with it. I think it's important that we always educate our players on the history of the University of Miami and such a insanely awesome rivalry like we've always had with Florida State. And at the same time, making sure that the main thing stays the main thing so that we don't spill over into emotional play and, you know, stuff that doesn't contribute to winning. So, but, you know, the response and the excitement is, you know, what you could imagine. I don't think the rivalry and the juice and energy behind it will ever change. You know, it's Florida State, Miami, and certainly looking forward to a great challenge and a great opportunity.
Yeah, tough. That's tough. That's tough right there.
You throw out the record books, Tobin, or is FSU just really bad?
No, ridiculous. It's cupcake. This is basically like taking on Bethune. Like, what are you talking about?
Whoa, okay.
Throw out the records.
Throw out the record.
I don't think I will, Jack. I think I'm going to look at them at their beautiful 1-6 with their stupid turnover backpack, and I'm going to say, boat race them, dude. Wow. Boat race them. Do I throw out the record? You bet your ass I do not.
All right.
Did they throw out the record anytime a Stinky Canes team would come to Tallahassee?
They did not. They
Nope.
did not.
So I will not throw out the records, if you will. I will look directly into their record, and then I will take that record and be like, you know what? Oh, time to snap this 3-game losing streak against you bastards.
Oh,
time to go on our own little run ski.
Little bit of payback. Huh?
Exactly, dude.
Little bit of payback.
The record all time, Miami leads 35-33 in the rivalry.
Wow.
Time to put a little bit more cushion on that record.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Do you have time for some more?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. We heard from Mike McDaniel earlier as he discussed Tua. Now we have another star player who Mikey Boy is discussing. That is Tyreek Hill. As you know, for some reason, Snoop decided, I'm not going to throw to the wide receivers. Why would I do that? That would be crazy.
Yep.
But according to Mike McDaniel, Tyreek Hill did a lot of things that just didn't show up on the stat sheet.
Tyreek led the charge last week on selfless football and really honing in on fundamentals and technique that, I thought he had his best game so far with how he was attacking defenders from the line of scrimmage and running some routes that didn't show up in the box score because he didn't get the ball. And, I think Tyreek is a model competitor for this football team that has no problems with, what's going on in the game as long as it's done for in the name of victory. I think it's very frustrating as a receiver to lose and to not feel like you necessarily had the moment where you could help dictate the outcome. However, he is learning how much he's a part of each and every play.
Okay. Well, look, again, I preface this by saying, Coach, I am no offensive guru. I've not been doing this all my life like you have. However, just try this on for size. Walk around the store a little bit. Alec Ingold, he's not supposed to show up in the box score. Tyreek Hill is supposed to show up in the box score. If we could do a little switcherooski, maybe a little more offense, a little less intangibles. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm all for Alec Ingold mauling people. I'm all for one Alec Ingold target. I'm not for Alec Ingold getting the football more than Cheetah and Waddle. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. So when he says to me, well, Cheetah's really learning about not showing up in the box. Yeah, because he's the fastest man in the league, and he's never not been in the box score. The whole point of having him is to be all over the box score. The reason you pay him the price you do is because he's supposed to be all over the box score. Braxton Berrios, not in the box score. Alec Ingold, not in the box score. Julian Hill, let me tell you, I've lost a lot of money on it. Not in the box score. Cheetah, Waddle, Mostert, Achane, maybe a little more Jalen Wright. Box score, Mike. Box score, okay? He's learning lessons. No, you learn a lesson.
Okay.
Take
Got a feeling that's about to change, though.
I hope so. We'll take a break. More to come. We're going to give away opening day tickets. If you guys want to go see Heat and Magic, we'll give those away with a little Pat Riley trivia coming on up. Take a break. Back after this.
WQAM.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let's get to headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Thanks again to Alonzo Mourning for stopping by the show. That'll be up for you on the Tobin and Leroy podcast there for you later on. We got some Heat tickets coming up. In 10 minutes, I am going to do Pat Riley trivia so you guys can win. I got two pairs, Marcos?
Two pairs
of Heat Magic tickets for opening night. All right? So keep on listening. We got that coming up for you. That is what we got going on. Man, these political texts are out of hand. Wow, nonstop. I'm getting hounded all day, dude. Vote for this guy. And by the way, it's like commissioners. I don't know you. You know what else happened? I opened up my mailbox the other day, and like they got these city commissioner seats that are like really hotly contested. And this guy's like, vote for, Joe Schmo. And then it's like, Joe Schmo was corrupted. I'm like, how is he corrupted? He's like going for a city hall seat already? Starts early. Starts early, dude.
I did have a city commissioner or something like that. Totally going to get my vote because his uncle was the one knocking on people's door, handing out. He said, can you vote for my nephew, please? And I said, you know what? I will.
Oh, that's nice.
How nice of you.
That was adorable, dude. I'll totally vote for your nephew.
The NBA season tips off tonight. Knicks and Celtics at 7:30. The late game is Timberwolves and Lakers at 10. You guys goosed up for NBA action tonight, or are you gonna wait till the Heat start?
Figgy?
I'll probably wait till the Heat start, to be honest.
Yeah.
Got some things to do today.
I was gonna wait for the Heat, but then you brought up a point that Anthony Edwards is probably gonna trash talk Bronny if he gets a chance, and I gotta see that.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any interest in watching Knicks Celtics. I mean, like anytime that's a matchup, I'm like, could I root for the arena to black out on the lights?
They're a both lose button by me.
Yeah, like I don't root for that. It's kind of like when I got to watch Bills Jets. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna root against the Jets, but now like look at the Bills. The Bills are skipping willy nilly right to another division title so far. So it's tough. I can't shake the petty on me. So I might just tune in at 10. And check that out. The Heat open up their season against the Magic. Tip off from the Kaseya Center set for 7:30. Coverage begins at 5:45 with pre-heat. They will have coverage of the Pat Riley ceremony as he gets the court unveiled. We got a cool week coming up for the Miami Heat. Pat Riley court will be unveiled on Sunday. Dwayne Wade's statue will be unveiled. The first game you can go to will be Monday on Tobin's birthday. Wade Day on Tobin's birthday. And I will be an old, washed 38 years old watching our Michael Jordan get enshrined forever with a beautiful statue. Somehow, 4 years after Mayor Francis Suarez said he was going to name a street after him. And yet, like you want to talk about politicians who don't come through on their promises.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Don't
Where you
vote
at, Francis?
Where is he? He better not be running again. Not without my sign.
I don't know. That seems like that's all he seems like he's doing is CrossFit and running. That's all he seems like he does. Runs in races and then just does long distance running. But I tell you what he doesn't do, put up signs that he says he was going to put up 4 years ago, Francis. Where you at, dude?
That's ridiculous.
I can print one out faster than that. You need me to go with my socket wrench? I'll do it myself. Maybe I will do it myself.
Printer.
You should do it yourself, hypothetically. Link.
Anyway, Jimmy Butler's agent, he had some quotes to Anthony Chang of the Miami Herald that talked about his extension. We talked a little bit, Zoe, about Jimmy. He's like, because Zoe gave us this great story about Pat Riley getting after him at a practice. And kind of similarly to how he goes after Jimmy Butler, which is what Pat Riley does. You think Pat Riley did that to D. Wade? He did it to Tim Hardaway. He did it to Shaq. He did it to Chris Bosh. He did it to LeBron. Basically everybody but Udonis Haslem that I'm aware of. Yeah. Goran Dragic has said. Pat Riley said, hey, what the bleep are you doing? We didn't pay you here for this bleep. to Goron. Pat Riley has expectations. But anyway, this
that
was
Udonis is his favorite. Did you just reveal? Like, can we?
Well, Udonis said he didn't speak to him for 2 years. He was too scared.
Well, there's that.
Mind you, Udonis Haslam was not the star of the team. You know,
True.
he was always numero uno wingman.
Yeah, for sure.
So this was the report from Anthony says the expectation at this point is that Butler will pass on an extension even if it is offered according to sources, and then opt out of his current contract and become a free agent next summer. So he asked Bernie Lee, Jimmy Butler's agent, on the record about it. He says Jimmy is eligible to sign an extension until June 30th. Would he consider that extension if the Heat offers it between now and then? Bernie, this is his quote to Anthony Chang. He says, quote, "The gift about sports is to a large extent things are absolutes, and there is no need to live in hypotheticals. The absolute is the season at hand and the work that needs to be done. Jimmy went away this summer and prepared himself for the task at hand. I think we all see that. Speculating on what's next is irrelevant and disrespectful to the moment and this group. One of the major things I noticed with Jimmy that has been a foundation of his success has been the creation of process and routine. He's locked into that process and routine and ready to attack this season with the group around him." It's a lot of words for me, dog.
That is semantic samurai if I've ever heard one.
I mean, you want to take a lesson in agent speak, you know, just I don't know when Bernie Lee has a seminar coming on up.
Jesus.
But like, geez Louise, dude.
I am offended that you would ask about the looming extension.
How is it irrelevant? I would like to know. Isn't normally having the future status of a franchise player, isn't that not irrelevant? That's typically one of the most relevant things that a franchise wants to know is the star sticking around? Like, it's not irrelevant. And to say disrespectful, well, okay, but then also don't be mad at reports and rumors and speculation all year because you had the opportunity to go on the record and you went with some hocus pocus dance around the answer saying it was disrespectful and irrelevant when it's very clearly not irrelevant. Now, to be fair, Jimmy has said on the record, and he goes, doesn't matter about the contract. I have enough money. Nothing I do now is going to get him paid anyway, which is true. He probably needs to be playing a lot of games or get to the conference finals or probably win the Heat a championship to definitely solidify his next long-term deal with the Heat. But I was like, I read that answer and I was like, wait a minute. 2 sentences before, Anthony reports, according to sources, that Butler would pass on an extension even if offered. And so now you have this chance. All right, can we just say out loud what it is? No. We're into the process right now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that makes sense. That is very. I guess we would have preferred for him to directly address it and be honest. I mean, because the honest truth is, if we're talking about money, if Jimmy Butler,
you know what I would say though, dude. Here's what I would say. We're not going to go on the record with that. No comment.
Oh, okay.
This whole thing, it's disrespectful. It's not disrespectful. Is it irrelevant? It's very much not irrelevant.
that seemed to have bothered me.
It's not irrelevant.
All right.
Like, you can say a lot of things, but Jimmy Butler's long-term future with the Heat, I would not say is an irrelevant thing. To me, to the franchise, to fans, to the media, it's not irrelevant. And the thing that I get annoyed with is like, all right, then it's going to be like, well, you know, you guys listen to whatever rumors or rumblings are out there. I'm not saying that he's saying that particularly, but we hear this all the time from players. Oh, you guys, well, all right, here you have a chance. Clear up the air. No. Smoke bomb. That's what he gives you. Jeez. He should have just thrown a smoke bomb at Anthony Chang. Guess what? Magic. Houdini. Catch me before I go. Houdini.
Okay, Dua.
He's got his agent. This is Jimmy Butler's agent, Dua Lipa. We'll take a break. If you guys want to go to opening night, 305-567-0560. Pat Riley trivia. I'm not going to go too much in the well, all right? But I would like to send a legit Heat fan. I don't want to send some fugazi crank caller to the game. So if you want to go, got 2 pairs of tickets. 305-567-0560. Only have to get one right, and you're going. 305-567-0560. Pat Riley trivia after this.
I'm gonna make you for you.
You do the worst Godfather impression.
Oh, no, this is good, dude. It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
Go, give me. You sound like You sound like the Penguin in HBO.
You got to put the cotton balls, dude.
I'll just find myself doing your terrible Godfather impression randomly throughout the week. By the way, 50 Minutes of Game Day Uncensored on 560 is always brought to you by the Lexus RX, the luxury SUV for those who never want to lose their edge. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. All right, we got a full board here, Margo. So people who want to win some opening night tickets.
Yes, they are here and they are ready.
All right, this is Pat Riley trivia.
Indeed,
I want to send some Heat fans
real
to opening night. So let's get after it. Lazaro, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Good.
Are you a Heat fan?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's your Pat Riley trivia question. You get this right, you're going to opening night. Sound good?
Good.
All right. What Boston executive did Pat Riley once tell to shut the bleep up and manage his own team? What Boston executive did Pat Riley once say through a team executive?
Yep.
Blank needs to shut the bleep up and manage his own team. Lazaro, the floor is yours.
Was it Danny Ainge?
Yes, it was.
Danny Ainge.
Send that man to opening night.
There we go.
Wow. What a great job by him.
Good start.
That was a strong start. All right, Laz is going to opening night. All right, stay on hold, Lazaro. We got to get to other people, see if they can win here, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Justin. Justin?
What up?
How are you?
On top of the world, brother. How you holding up?
I'm good, buddy. All right. You ready for this?
It's inspirational.
Let's get it.
What coach did Pat Riley replace in the 2005-2006 season? What coach did Pat Riley take over for in the 2005-2006 season?
That'll be my man, Stan Van Gundy.
It was Stan Van Gundy.
Oh!
You think I forgot about that, Stan?
Okay. All right.
All right. Congratulations, Justin. You're going to opening night.
Justin! Congrats, bro.
I was going to get real nerdy with it. I was going to go like old school, but then I'm like, do I want to be a jerk? Like, you want to know my first question?
Let's hear it.
What was the first playoff series Pat Riley won as head coach of the Miami Heat in 1997?
Oh my God. Marlon, this is not for the tickets, but what was the first playoff series Pat Riley won? Again, not for the tickets.
And he left. It was the Orlando Magic, by the way.
Oh, and of course it's the Magic.
I wanted to give away the tickets, though. I don't want to I don't want to hold on to them.
That was a good one.
I was going to get my Danny Ainge question.
Woo!
Were they? It was the first series. It was the first time they won in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
3-2. That was when the series was was a 5-gamer.
What year was he enshrined in the Hall of Fame?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Oh,
2009?
No, that's incorrect.
Am I 2 over?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. I just
what?
Well, I'm sorry. I only think of the questions. All right, dude. I don't think 2008. Yeah,
that was good.
2008 is a Hall of Fame coach. Love that.
All right. I'm happy with how that went. I'm glad somebody got the tickets.
Yeah, absolutely. A real Heat fan.
Are you going tomorrow night?
I am not, unfortunately. But I do have a special video specifically for this show for opening day for the Miami Heat. That's my contribution to opening day.
Hyde South says, who was the journalist who drove a wedge between Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler? That's not fair. That's not fair.
That's a question. Have really good access.
What media member made Pat Riley put out a statement recanting his asterisk statement.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not fair.
It's a good question.
It's not fair.
Good.
It's not
Honestly,
fair.
I thought you were gonna go that way.
Who has the best hair in all of the land?
Pella Larson.
Oh, he's good. Good hair. He's coming for Pat Riley's crown.
Schmeathan says Tobin hosting a game show must make Marcos furious.
I am sick of everyone else but me hosting game shows.
You host game shows whenever you want.
You took that away from him.
October 30th, Wednesday at the Miami Improv.
When are you back? Are you back Friday this week?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Friday games. We can make a Friday game show.
Let's do it.
Make a game show for Friday. You got a couple days to think about it when you're dealing with execs and MILFs. I don't know what you're going to be doing, what events you're hosting.
What are you going through?
Something Q4, and I don't know. People have Q4s. I don't know what that means.
Whatever. You think you're pretty little head over it, and we'll play a Frog Boy game.
Yeah, Frog Boy Fridays. This is a great idea. This is good.
Nick T says, trick question. Tobin is a fan with good access, not a journalist.
Whoa!
Can't win.
I would get the tickets.
I really can't win with you people. It's ridiculous.
That's good.
Can't win.
What was Pat Riley dressed as in the infamous video of him dancing with with Dwayne Wade?
What
was he dressed as he was dancing with Dwayne Wade on that boat?
Wait.
Oh, he's dressed as a genie.
Yeah.
Genie, see?
The first one I was thinking of him at the parade where he was dancing. I was like, is he wearing a polo? Like, why is that an interesting answer to you?
No, it was the genie. I was looking for the genie. Favorite video. Pretty good.
There was another one I wanted to ask Zoe about, but we ran out of time. I decided to go with the fight question as the old question instead of instead of this one. But did you ever hear the story of Pat Riley apparently like showing up on a speedboat while Tracy McGrady was getting recruited by Alonzo Mourning at his house? And apparently, Pat Riley showed up with a max contract. How do you turn that down? How do you turn that down?
Speedboat.
How do you turn that down, T-Mac?
He knows how to do things.
Man, that's cool.
Impressive. That's tough.
He made him an offer. He apparently refused.
The first guy to ever refuse Pat Riley.
Very strange. That is on a speed. Pat Riley came up on a tricycle with a verbal commitment, I would be like, yeah, absolutely. The fact that he came on a speedboat with a guaranteed contract, you said no. I mean, look what happened to you. Look what happened to you, T-Mac. You went to the Houston Rockets.
What do you think? Like anybody ever has the cajones to like say something to Alonzo Mourning in the stands when him and Pat Riley are sitting there? Like, you think any O'Malley or O'Keefe has something slick to say, or do you think they just get a glare from Alonzo Mourning and they wet their pants?
Yeah, I think it's the
They
latter.
would not do that
for sure. I mean, he's a very intimidating human being.
Yeah, I told Marcus the story of when I ran into them.
Oh yes, that's
you
right.
ran into Pat Riley and Alonzo Mourning.
Oh yes.
Wow. Where?
Well, apparently, their security ran into them. Ran into JFig.
I feel like I said this when we were doing Why You Always Lying? And so I was saying hi to one of my friends that was in the little tunnel, and out of nowhere, Pat Riley and Alonzo Mourning just start walking towards me and my cousin. And I naturally just froze up because I was in awe of their presence. Who wouldn't be? And I just stood there smiling, and then all the security guards started pushing everyone. Not
Ma'am.
they were just like moving people out of the way because, you know, the royalties coming by, and I was already in the corner. My cousin wasn't, and then my cousin kind of
fell pushed to the ground.
Wow.
And I, instead of helping
Deserved.
her, I was just in awe the whole time.
Yes.
One time
And
accident.
Pat Riley and Alonzo Mourning came to make sure that she was okay.
That's nice.
Because they are classy gentlemen.
Yes.
One time I accidentally walked into Bill Parcells and Jeff Ireland's box. They didn't like that. They gave me death stares.
You're talking about like a Dolphin game. You're like a normal.
I was looking for, I think, the radio booth or whatever, wherever my credential was having me sit. And I walked into one too early because I didn't cover a lot of Dolphins games. And I walked right into Bill Parcells and Jeff Ireland's box. Like the old turnaround stink eye. I was like, oh, all right.
Sorry.
Oh, a lot of guys mean here to go 7-9. Sorry.
Okay. Not a lot of winning going
A
on.
lot of attitude from these two.
Walked into their booth, dude. That's the war room you walked into. It's just like
it was a war, all right. They declared war on the Dolphin.
Oh man, they were doing their best, Tobin.
They were sitting there cooking up Pat White. That's what they were doing.
Oh god. They're there thinking about what they can do to improve the franchise, and Tobin walks in like, "Is this where the chicken tendies are?"
Get him out of here. Revoke that credential.
Get out of here. Send him to the heat.
We'll take a break, give some final thoughts on all things considered, all shenanigans. Congrats. Who are our winners again, Marcos?
That is Lazaro and Justin.
Congrats, boy. Congratulations. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. We'll have more Heat tickets throughout the season. We'll do Heat trivia throughout the season to give away our tickets. And I'll challenge you next time. I felt like I gave a couple of softballs, but you know, we gotta we want to send people. We want you to have the fun.
You're being nice. You're being nice.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy, final segment of the show here with you. If you missed any of the program, we got it for you on the Odyssey app, Audacy. Download that free in your app store. The great Alonzo Mourning joined us earlier today and talked about 20 minutes with him about Pat Riley, Bam Adebayo, Kel'el Ware, Jimmy Buckets. A lot of great stuff with the legend Alonzo Mourning. So if you guys want to catch that on the podcast, we will have that for you. Leroy will be back tomorrow. We're wishing him well. He was getting a little bit of a thing done today, and so we're wishing our boy well on some health. He was with us for the first 2 hours of the show, and hungry. Yeah, they made him fast, so he's gonna be snacking all show tomorrow, I imagine.
Oh,
yeah, poor
it's
thing.
gonna be great.
Even Charles Davis was like, "Oh, fast." See what I did there?
I did see what you did. Although it was Ron Pitts.
Yeah, was it?
Well, I don't know. It is odd that they did end up working together. I'm still skeptical about that.
Strange, just dishing off the blame and responsibility to someone else. Classic.
Our Dave & Buster's gift card giveaway is back. We got a $250 gift card that you could win to see some football. Heat, Panthers, Inter Miami in the playoffs. To enter, go to WQM.com/contest. Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, Play, Watch Sports. And yeah, man, we got exciting times. It's all happening for us this week. We got ourselves the NBA season underway tonight. Gets going at 7:30 with Knicks and Celtics. The late game, T-Wolves and Lakers. Panthers back on the ice tonight with Matthew Tkachuk. 6:30 puck drop there. Dolphins will be back on the practice field tomorrow with Tua at the helm as they get ready for the Cardinals, who won last night on Monday Night Football. Do have some injury updates from Miami Heat practice. This is from Ira Winderman's Twitter account. He tweets out, Heat say Josh Richardson likely out on Wednesday with a heel injury, but he is now clear to return from last season's shoulder surgery. And Josh Christopher is dealing with a toe issue. Then Ira tweets out, addressing somewhat of an injury elephant in the room. Tyler Hero says the goal is to be available as much as possible this season. Ira did a really good piece on Tyler Hero talking about he's much more acceptable to the role they're going to have him in this year. He said last year, quote, I was in my feelings a little bit with them wanting me to be a catch and shoot guy. And now he seems much more into it.
Wow. Okay. That's a direct quote. He said that himself.
Yeah.
He told me Bob and Weave said someone had a real chooch. So
No. He really did say that. No, he did. I'll give you the quote. It was
great.
Where did he say?
That's accountability right there.
He said
peeling back the layers.
Yeah, here's the quote. He told Ira, I mean, I'm actually a really good catch and shoot player. I didn't know that last season when I was being in my feelings about being a catch and shoot player. A very good catch and shoot player as well as off the dribble. I think I can do both, which I think is what everybody's asking for in that particular set with the starting unit. He's such a good 3-point shooter. I know everybody's like, oh, Tyler shoots threes, but I'm telling you that he would be happy if he was I think at 8.8 last year, which would have been like top 10 in attempts. Dude, if they ended the year and said Tyler Hero led the league, like no one's gonna beat Steph Curry with like 13 attempts. But if he was in double digits, the Heat would not be mad at that with Tyler. And then he's mentioned a little bit with the spacing of having Bam shoot threes. There's a little bit more like the bigs are gonna have to go out, so he's gonna have more ability to get to the rim. They're just trying to fit the puzzle pieces better together. Will it work? We'll see. But they cannot continue to do the same thing. Like, yes, they've run it back, and everybody hates that term. And I get you. Nobody loves moves more than old Tobes. But if you're going to have the same pieces, then you need to figure out how to work it a little bit better. And you have a guy like Eric Spoelstra who had the whole summer to cook in the lab and figure things out and let the reins off of Bam Adebayo to shoot some more. And, Jimmy Butler's not a very selfish star. It's not like he needs the ball in his hands all the time. He'll know those moments when it's takeover time. This is just the way. This is the way. Him with Nico should be a fun one. But yes, Tyler Hero did say he was in his feelings. The other note from Ira that's important for tomorrow, for those going, the Heat are going to extend halftime for Wednesday night's opener against the Magic by 10 minutes for the ceremony of the court being named for Pat Riley. So obviously it'll be a bit, I imagine, like a jersey retirement, like when they do it for D Wade or UD. If you guys have ever been to that, I would assume it's going to be the same for Pat. And then of course, D Wade night is coming up the next Monday. That'll be against the Detroit Pistons. So we got some fun days coming up here for this Heat roster. Meanwhile, your Dolphins, let's hope things get fun, because Tua was not having fun yesterday. None of us were having fun yesterday. Tua was upset. Tua was sick and tired. He's mentioning death. He's talking about the odds of life. You know, I just want him to. I want him to go out there. I want him to be healthy. You know, this has been a nightmare season so far, and I get it. He's sick of all the stigma, and he's sick of the label. But that, I would just hope that it's not something that consumes him too much, because it's not really going to go anywhere. The only way it goes away is it not happening ever again. That's just the facts of it. I don't think he's ever going to get his wish of, we shouldn't talk about this. We're not going to talk about this. Look, I watched that Monday Night Football game a couple of weeks ago. I was sick of Tua's face. And I love Tua. Somebody who loves his adorable little face. I want to pinch his cheeks. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, they're going to throw in my face play after play after play. There's Tua on the sidelines. Let's talk about his future. There's no debate anymore. He's playing. He wants to play. He is going to play. He doesn't want to be questioned about playing. And I think that's something that, you know, if anybody wants to get into the deep dive of it, you're kind of wasting your time right now. And that's, I think with the record, with him feeling healthy these last 5 weeks, even though he had to sit on the sidelines, I think that all kind of led to a cocktail of him being pretty pissed off yesterday, or feeling like he had to, I don't know, stick up for himself a little bit. And don't forget, this is also a guy who, you know, his first couple of years kind of ate it, you know, went up there and ate all the bad rumors. And then we talked about, he seems a happier guy, a more confident guy. But I do think there's a line between confidence and defiance that, like, he's teetering on right now. And, you know, I think ultimately, look, people's hearts are in the right place, but it is his decision. I just think that he shouldn't get consumed by the idea of, oh, I'm covered differently, I'm covered more. I just think with that, the damage is done. Like, you at that point, you need to know you're one of them guys. You're one of those guys that people are going to cover everything. They're going to cover the extra stuff, not just the quarterbacking stuff. Because I think if anybody's realized anything about his quarterbacking, like, you could say you don't think he's a franchise quarterback, you don't think he's a perfect quarterback. Very clearly, they do not function without him. They are awful without him. They are one of the worst teams in the league without him. And it's not like they were a first prize with him the first couple of weeks, but it was only the first couple of weeks. We've seen that the team, we've seen them function. We've seen Cheetah break records with Tua. And everybody made the points of, nah, can't do it with, he could do that with anybody. He could do it with Teddy Bridgewater. He could do that with Brock Purdy. He could do that with anybody. Very clearly not. Because we've seen 4 quarterbacks take a crack at it. No one's looked close. We've been sitting here enjoying games like it's Larry Zonka back in the day. Ooh, carries.
And I don't know if this is a testament to anything, but I saw he was quoted as saying, I don't know, there's no update on Tyler Huntley. You think he's over all these bad quarterbacks he's dealt with? They're like, how's Skyler? Like, oh my God, who cares? Who cares how anyone is? Just glad Tua's back.
Oh, yeah. I think he's so done with everybody. But he's gonna have to figure something out next year with the backup situation. That is they can't do what they did this year. They were so underprepared. It was crazy. I mean, it literally was like, oh, what's that? That's a broken limb over my house from that tree. It'll be fine. It'll hang. It'll make it through hurricane season. It's like, huh? How could you not see that coming? And I guess the blind spot was they thought Skylar Thompson was a lot better than he was. And he wasn't. He was awful. He was god awful.
Just like, how do you not know that though, man?
I don't know. Well, I think it's a couple things. One, I've heard the reporters say this, that Tua takes a lot of reps, so I don't think the backups get a lot of reps. And then he looks good in preseason. Like, that's the thing. Skyler's a great preseason quarterback. He wings it down the field. Him and Ezukama get you fooled every year. And then they get to the regular season, and it's like, but if they actually have to go up against a real defense and operate the real offense, terrible. So I guess that's how you can get duped, Marcos. Like, not enough reps, and then you fall for preseason. That's the only thing I could think of.
I was tricked. I'm sure to an extent you were tricked, but we don't see him every day. I just feel like if you see it every day, you got to know that, like, it goes down to the evaluation of talent, and I'm sure there's many people Skylar Thompson tricked on the way there, but like,
yeah, but this is, I'm sure Leroy would say this if he was here. It's one thing to do it in a practice you can't be touched because you're a quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's another when Seattle Seahawks can barrage you left and right, and that, oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, he caught me. I think that's the difference. I don't know how they whiffed so bad on Skylar Thompson. The other guys, look, I don't understand why they went with Tim Boyle. We've all known Tim Boyle sucks.
Woo.
He threw the Fail Mary. As soon as they signed him, I'm like, the Fail Mary guy? Really? So, I guess the whole point of it is, they should have either that or you lost faith in Mike White that much, even though he was your backup last year. All of it, and maybe that was just to save a buck here and there. I don't know, man, but it was embarrassing. It turned out to be a complete disaster, and they need a great offensive performance with Tua in the worst way. And I know Leroy tomorrow is going to drill me on just win the game. No, bull bleep.
No, I agree. But now, being selfish, because I think the same thing. This is a Tua bounce back game. Little chili peppers. You think?
Of course. Yeah,
you think it's gonna be that good of a game? Because
of course, we're taking all the overs. We're doing a parlay. I'm so excited that we got Heat parlays coming back tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's all happening for us, baby. That's our show for today. Thanks again to Alonzo Mourning for joining us, and we get ready tomorrow. Everybody, we preview a Miami Heat game day. We'll talk to you then. Have a great day, everybody. As Leroy said, the NBA season tips off tonight. Welcome to the end of the show montage, Flem.
That's better, dude. That's better. That's
you
better.
were mumbling. We heard nothing.
Luke, I am your uncle.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.